Howdy everyone, welcome back to Wobble Enjoy Sports. If you're new around here, hope I can get you to consider to like the content and subscribe to the channel. But if you're a regular around these here parts, thank you very much for the continuous support. Well, we got to bleed our Storm Bulldogs game into this Raiders Panthers game. It has just gone into Golden Point extra time. And here to talk about it with me is Dor from the All Out Club, mate. TGIF on the biggest Friday night football edition of all time, bro.
Oh, it's all happening, Sam. It is all happening, my friend. And oh, goodness gracious me. Oh, I cannot wait for the rest of this game and this Storm versus Bulldogs game. Goodness me.
Yes.
What a Friday night it has been.
Mate, I've walked in the door about 10 minutes ago. I think you can hear my voice as well. Like, I've walked in the door about 15 minutes ago, sort of thing, and I have no idea what's happened. Like, I know that in the first 10 minutes it was back and forth in case McLean had the first error, but what's it been like since pretty much the 20-minute mark there, bro, in this game?
Oh, it's Penrith were the better side there in the first half and the start of this second half, and then the Raiders have really come home and finished really strong. Look, Jamal Fogarty missed a conversion that he definitely should have kicked there to make it 18-16, and then we've seen Canberra have two shots at a field goal and miss them both. There was a dispute there with the Weeks one was actually touched, but no, inconclusive evidence. And then Nathan Cleary had a 2-point shot, which he had the line, but didn't have the distance, went underneath the post. So looks like that Raiders are kicking off here to start this Golden Point, and Penrith are receiving. I will call Penrith. You can call Canberra, Sam.
Okay.
And we will do this like we always do, ladies and gentlemen, in true style. Raiders 16, Penrith 16. Golden Point action is resuming just for me as they kick off. Beautifully taken by Blaze Talungi and is given to Lindsay Smith, and he is met there by a swarm of Canberra defenders, Sam. Plays the ball. Kenny now gives it to Sorensen, and Sorensen runs it straight and hard. It is brought down there by Horsburgh and Paddy on tackle 2, 20 metres out. Kenny now gives it to Cleary. Cleary out the back to Edwards. Edwards gives it to Tungo. And Tungo, he takes it close to the sideline, but great defence there by Sasungi and Stewart. Third tackle. Haven't made 30 metres yet. Penrith. Liam Martin's now going to have a carry, but great Canberra defence again. Fourth tackle, and he's only 32 metres out from his own try line. Plays the ball. Kenny now gives it to Isaiah Papali'i. Great strong carry there from him. Lost his feet there, but last tackle now. Kenny gives it to Cleary. Last tackle, they only made 40 metres there, and he's kicked it long, kicked it high, but he's kicked it straight down Sebastian Chris's throat, Sam.
So I understand that Xavier Savage is off with an injury, so therefore Chris is playing right wing, and Simi Sazangi is playing left centre. All right, now I'm up to speed a little bit more as Timoko crashes into Penrith pack and backs his way to the 30-metre line. By the way, Mudgee looking like an absolute treat. I might friggin' go on Expedia and book myself a trip there next year. As Paddy scoots to the right-hand side, it gets over the 40-metre line. Raiders are running left to right of screen as Fogarty passes left infield for Joe Tarpany. Offloads back to Paddy. Left to Big Red. Big Red steps off the left and the right and gets over halfway. And the Raiders, they are central on the last tackle with 3.5 minutes remaining. Paddy passes right to Fogarty. And Fogarty puts an end-over-end kick that's going to land on the 10. No, it finds the grass, actually.
Edwards just picked it up. Oh, jeez. Oh. Penalty, high shot. Penalty to the Penrith Panthers for a high shot.
All righty. Do Raiders have a challenge, Dor?
Yes, they do, because it's soft, but there is a swinging arm there to the melon of Dylan Edwards there on the ground. Penrith now had the ball. Yes, the Raiders do have their challenge, Sam, due to the fact that it was inconclusive evidence. They challenged inconclusively and then successfully there at the end, but couldn't get the Fogarty field goal. Anyway, look, they're saying Storm versus Bulldogs has started, but I'm looking down at the screen and it's the same game I'm watching. Anyway, Lindsay Smith gets to halfway. Now Penrith shifting it to the top of your screen. Brought down there by Hudson Young and Paddy is Liam Martin, 40 meters out, third tackle. They're going to get a good shot here, Penrith Panthers. It will be whether the Iceman can step up. Isaiah Yeo in his home game. Mitch Kenny now hits Lindsay Smith, sorry. Last tackle, here it is. Kenny out the back to Nathan Cleary. It's hit the post. Nathan Cleary on the field goal has hit the post. Jed Stewart picks it up and he's away.
Oh! Stewart! Passes left to Strange. He's over the 20. He's over the 30. Puts the step on Edwards. He keeps his feet. Oh my God, the Raiders from 90 meters. Oh, the passes onto Wicks. Oh, Dor! Oh, Dor! Oh, Wicks, the Raiders! The Raiders! Munchie! They stay bringing back next year!
How good is rugby league?
It's
Oh,
the best
baby!
score!
Oh.
We've never seen anything like it. A 2-point field goal attempt from Cleary from 40-plus meters out. Hit the post. Bounced off the turf. Jed Stewart flung it out to Strange. Strange ran the best part of 70 meters. Gave it to Weeks in the final 15. And Weeks scores. And that is the Raiders' season in a nutshell, basically.
Oh, it's hit the post from the field goal. And Stewart picks it up, assesses the situation beautifully. Beautiful footwork from Strange down the touchline. He gets past Cleary and he pins the ears back. Great chase from Tom Jenkins from the other side of the field. And KO Weeks is there in support. He gets it and kicks the ball into the crowd. And that is all she wrote, ladies and gentlemen, in an absolute thriller here at Mudgee. And boy, oh boy, this Friday night thus far has living up to the hype. Oh, wowee, what an absolute humdinger that the people in Mudgee have witnessed here tonight. What an absolute squashbuckling finish to an absolute, mesmerizing Friday night football. Oh, Jeffrey, we're doing absolutely fantastic. What a game of football. Oh, I thought he'd butchered it there. Strange. The past 2 weeks was not the best. It was slightly behind. He had to stop. He lost his stride, and mamma mia, the boots come off, and it's gone flying into the crowd.
Oh, mamma mia. Oh, what a finish. Has this game started between Melbourne and Canterbury, Dor?
I don't know, but we should get the teams ready to potentially go through them before kickoff as we watch it. Ricky Stewart giving lovely. What a game. Oh, my God. They would have delayed kickoff, surely, or if it is, it's coming soon. So Cleary looks absolutely devastated. You get the teams up. I'll commentate or continue with what I'm seeing on the screen. Cleary looks absolutely shattered.
Emu King, mate. Yes.
Yes, Emu King. Welcome, Emu King. Oh, yes, you've just tuned in, and we've got a bit live early to get the conclusion. Well, actually, we went live where we were supposed to be going live. It was just that the fact that it went to overtime. But anyway, looks like they're about to come out soon. I'll go through the Melbourne Storm, Sam, if that's okay.
Yeah, go.
So we got Ryan Pappenhausen at fullback. Pappy is back. Grant Anderson and Xavier Coates are the wingers. Seve and Meany are the centers. Cameron Munster moves from fullback into the halves to partner Tyron Wishart. The props are Stefano Utakamanu and Josh King. Hooker is captain Harry Grant. The back row is no Sean Bloor tonight. So Joe Chan and Ellie Katoa are the back row with Trent Liero at lock. Jonah Pezzett, Alec McDonald, Tui Kamakamika, and Atavalu Lasati are the bench, and Nelson Asofa Solomona is the 18th man, and they are coached by Craig Bellamy.
And the Melbourne Storm come into the game as favourites, $1.52. The Bulldogs at $2.53. And this is how the Bulldogs line up. The away team, Connor Tracy at fullback with Carraz, and Marcelo Montoya in jersey 22. He returns. on the Sting. Bronson Sherry and Stephen Crichton are the centres. Matt Burton and Galvin are the halves. King, Hayward, Hughes in the front. Kick out Preston and Salmon in the back. And Kurt Mann, Harry Hayes, Reed Marnie, and Satili Tupanua in jersey 23 returns on the interchange with Josh Curran as 18th player in jersey 16. And Cameron Cervaldo is the head coach. Well, Dor, I'd love to hear what happened just then with you, man, because I tipped Canberra in that one. Who did you tip eventually in that one between Penrith and Canberra, Dor?
The green machine, baby.
Yes! Oh, very good. So that makes me 2-0. That makes you 1 from 1. Who have you tipped in this one? Who have you tipped
Melbourne.
in this one? You've tipped Melbourne. Well, we're both tipping Melbourne.
As I said on the call last week, Sam, in the Cowboys versus Knights game that we did last Sunday afternoon, I am tipping all for the Broncos. So yes, Canberra to get the win over Penrith was the first frontier of that, and now the second is the Melbourne to get the job over the Bulldogs. Look, it doesn't really matter, to be honest. We need the Bulldogs to lose every single game. They do have a tough run home, but yeah, I think the Dogs, a few changes for them, as you just went through, Sam, this evening. So yeah, I think it's going to be a close one. I'm thinking Melbourne in a 1-12 fashion.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now, Emu King asked us very quickly as we see the Bulldogs coming out, were Penrith off in that game, or was it more so did Penrith fade out in the second half and the Raiders had their second half comebacks? What really happened? How do you sort of very quickly summarize that game? What just happened then, Dor?
Yeah. I'm thinking from what I saw at the start, as I said, just in the back end of that, while we were waiting for extra time to start, was the fact that I thought that the Raiders really finished strong. And I think it was the same case as what happened for Penrith last week against the Storm. They didn't finish very well to the back end of this game. The Raiders were the better team in the last 30 minutes of that clash. And just like Melbourne did, the Raiders have come over the top to get the job done over Penrith. Penrith were definitely the better side for the first 50 minutes of the clash. The Raiders, you would have seen Xavier Savage sustained an injury. I think they're saying an AC joint for Savage, so he didn't come out in the second half. But the man that signed on the dotted line this week for an extension for the Canberra Raiders, Simi Sasungi, came on, saw Seb Chris move into the centres. And what did Simi Sasungi do? He scored. He went over and scored a lovely try. He's a very versatile player and a very huge player to have for the Canberra Raiders. Was too big, too strong there for Isaac Tungo there out on the left flank for Penrith. Was an absolutely amazing game. We saw it all. Missed field goals, missed conversions, a field goal that hit the post, and then the Raiders picked the ball up from the field goal and go the length of the field to win the game. It was just absolutely unbelievable. And I don't even think Matt Nable's all his previews and everything that he's done for this week for Fox League for tonight has done justice to what I just witnessed. Like, that was an unbelievable game. And if we get anything like that right here in this game that Sam and I are going to call, it is an absolutely one of the greatest nights of rugby league thus far this season.
And to think that Savalio Tamale could come back as a very easy replacement for Xavier Savage. But we focus here in the now. Dora's kickoff is underway.
Yes, Munster takes it and gives it to big Stefano Kamanu, who brings it down, and he's tackled around 15 meters out here. Harry Grant now gives it to Trent Liero, and Liero gets up to around the 20-meter here. The Bulldogs look ready and have started strong defensively. Grant gives it to King, and King here on third tackle is brought down just over his own 20-meter line. Plays the ball. Harry King now, dummy half, gives it to Stefano, and Lockie Galvin has gone into orbit. Shooting stars, please, DJ, as now Harry Grant gives it to Trent Liero, and he's now going to get it up to the 40-meter line. Last tackle, good first set here from the Melbourne Storm. Grant gives it to Wishart. Last tackle inside his own 40, kicks it high, kicks it long. Montoya is waiting and takes it beautifully on his 20-meter line, Sam.
Montoya strapped up on his left-hand side and he used his right to charge back into the purple wall. And that is great defense by the Storm. But Grant did come in late and high on Lachlan Galvin. And everything's just come to a standstill. Play on. And it is Bronson Sherry tackled on the 40. Bulldogs desperate for a penalty there. And I think I saw what they saw as well, as Grant is involved in the action again on Connor Tracy. And this is Hayward at dummy half on the 4th. Passes right in field for King. Right to Galvin. Dummies over halfway and enters Storm territory. The Bulldogs, they are central. It's a dry night out at Amy Park in Melbourne as Burton gets the ball up.
Oh, beautifully taken by the ever-reliable Grant Anderson at the back. Great take from him. And now Meaney, speaking of Meaney, he's going to have a carry, and he's brought down around 20 metres out. Meaney plays the ball. Grant now gives it to Pappenhausen. Pappenhausen, look, can't really go anywhere. Sort of moves from the bottom of the screen to the top, but sort of sideways as Grant now gives it to Xavier Coates. That's a good run, straight and hard. And he gets up to around the 30-metre line. Coates plays the ball. Grant's going to have a scoot, and a great scoot indeed. Oh, and he's near high shot there from Sam Hughes. Good run from Grant. Just brought down short of halfway. Last tackle, and Wishart's going to kick it high and kick it long out towards the top of your screen, but taken beautifully by Tracy just over his own 10-metre line, Sam.
And now over the 20, and Emu King kicking it off beautifully with a $10 donation in the spirit of the game.
King. Thank you.
Here, take my money early, he says. Emu King, thank you so much for coming in, mate. As Carraz is told to go back and play the ball just short of the 30. Galvin at dummy half, passes left, finds Burton. He dummies and runs straight at Liero, and he goes over the 30-metre line by a metre or so. So the Bulldogs are running right to left of screen, and Kickow now has the hit up that gets the Bulldogs over the 40-metre line. This is 4th tackle, Hayward, right. Galvin running. That's a good sign from Galvin. He's been involved early as well. He gets to halfway right in the centre of Amy Park. Hayward left to Burton, and Burton gets it high up in the air, mate.
Yeah, taken by Mr. Anderson, and kick out. Jeez, he's on a mission. Beautiful conditions like we saw at Mudgee down here in Melbourne. And Wishart takes a little scoot. Oh, geez, it's a bit high, but I'm happy for that to continue there. That wasn't really sort of a grab over the neck there. Oh, lovely step there by Meaney. Gets past 1, gets past 2. Burton's down. Burton is down. He's slow to his feet here, Burton in back play. He's up and now retreating back. Katoa's brought down just over his 40-metre line. Wishart now gives it to Josh King. Kick out, putting on some big shots. 4th tackle. Melbourne aren't making many meters here. Lovely pass there from Grant to Wishart, and Wishart's going to be tackled here on last, just over halfway. Last tackle, Grant. Munster kicks it high, kicks it long towards the bottom of the screen. Tracy is waiting inside his own 10 and takes it beautifully, Sam.
And he's running back towards the centre. He just teased us that he was going to pass it out right, but took the tackle there. And this is Matt Burton passing right to Carraz, and he steps off the left and gets over the 20 there. Grant's involved there again. That's maybe already his 6th tackle of the game, and we're only 5 minutes in, sort of thing. Stephen Crichton has the hit up now, and he gets up and plays it. Hayward. Forward.
Yeah, called.
Maybe a little bit of assistance there from the Melbourne Storm, but yes, forward by a couple metres by Hayward out of dummy half.
I'd love to get your thoughts, mate. Yeah, that's definitely forward, man. That's definitely forward. Good pressure there from Munster at marker. I'd like to get your thoughts on the Cowboys' new signing, Reed Marnie, now being utilized off the bench for the Bulldogs. And I'd just like to get your thoughts. I really think they're missing his experience, I think. I know Hayward's a good player and definitely he's the 9 for the Dogs in the future, but I feel like they're missing these Marnie's experience in the last couple of weeks in these bigger games, with him only playing like 15, 20 minutes off the bench.
Off the top of the dome, I feel like they're also Bulldogs. They're missing his speed at the start of the game. Hayward's a little slower than Marnie, and he's more of a link-up player, and Marnie is a little bit more crafty and a little bit more speedy than Hayward is, Dor.
Yep. All right. We continue. Thanks for that, Sam. As Stefano Utsakamanu brought down over the 30. Munster now gives it to Josh King, just to avoid confusion, ladies and gentlemen. Munster is wearing the 1, but he is in the 6. Pappenhausen, late inclusion this evening. Grant now gives it to Munster, gives it to Stefano. Lovely offload now to Pappenhausen. Pappenhausen in jersey 21 brought down their great defense by Stephen Crichton and Galvin. Last tackle. Grant gives it to Wishart. And who else? They're going out to Xavier Coates. But great defense from the Bulldogs. Oh, and he's throwing it infield. Well, they've gone into touch both ways as Steeler Nation is here and has given Sam a lovely $5 his way. Thank you very much, Steeler Nation. I'm sure Sam
for sure, man,
absolutely appreciates that. As Montoya unfortunately goes out. It was actually good work there from Xavier Coates, Sam. I think he realized how close the ball was actually kicked to the touchline. He waited for Montoya to catch it and then just took him straight out. Even if it wasn't out, they offloaded backwards and Grant took Tracy out. Anyway, Stefano gives it to Grant. Grant, Munster, Katoa. Oh, and Meaney. Great defense there by Montoya. He's come out there and forced a mistake there from Nick Meaney by jamming out and forcing a beautiful error there for the Dogs there. But, geez, the Storm will not be happy with that. They were on there if Meaney could just take that cleanly.
They've absolutely been the side to start the game better of the two. And we're 7 minutes into the contest. And everybody, thank you very much for tuning in. Please subscribe to All Out Club and Wobble Endure Sports. Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs, they have a scrum. Centre field on the 10-metre line. Galvin feeds it. Scrum is one. It goes out right to Stephen Crichton, and he beats Cameron Munster over the 10, over the 30, getting to the 40 is Stephen Crichton, fending away from 5 of them. He's gotten himself to halfway, scoot out a dummy half, gets the Bulldogs to the 40-metre line of the Melbourne Storm. What a play by the Bulldogs. A scrum-based play, and Crichton goes down.
Six more.
Thank you, sir. Hayward, a dummy half, goes left, finds Burton. He steps off the left and goes forward and is stopped just short of the 30. You'd say they're a little bit left of centre. They're running right to left. Hayward continues to go left with charging kick out, getting to the 20-metre line here. Hayward backing up at dummy half, and he then passes right to Burton, out back right to Salmon, flat to King. King gets to about 11 metres out, but they're central. Do they go left or right? On the third, they go right. Galvin runs before passes. Was that bobble that's knocked on by the Bulldogs?
Play on.
No, it's play on. Oh, whoa. All righty. So Sammy Hughes
out the back.
Will play the ball, and Hayward goes back to the right. Galvin then says, no, we're going left, and Tracy is asked to weave and dodge, and he's eventually brought down. And Hayward, last tackle, left. Burton running left. Galvin puts in the grubber kick. Montoya chases Pappy, takes it out. What a set from Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs.
Unbelievable, Sam. That was a great set, and it's all off the back of this huge run there by Stephen Crichton. Gets on the outside of Munster, and great defense there by Pappenhausen. And I think it was the Seve who was retreating, who's brought him down, and that was that's terrific. This is a great game thus far, Sam. Only under 10 minutes in as Pappenhausen goes to the short kick, and that does not have the legs. That does not have the legs there by Pappenhausen. Will they deem that was contestable, Sam?
I think so.
No. I think they will deem it contestable. Yeah, I know it didn't go the 10, but I think it is deemed as contestable. Yeah, it was. Bulldogs play the ball 10 out.
All righty then. So Salmon gives it left to King, and King is tackled about 9 metres out. They're central. Hayward goes left, finds Burton, zigs, and then gives it to Sherry, who zags, and Sherry is taken about 5 metres out, a little bit left of the post here. Hayward runs to the right, finds Salmon, dummies, goes himself, beats one initially, but then 3 of them bring down Jamin Salmon. Third tackle, Hayward goes right. Galvin scheming to the left-hand side, dummies, and is eventually brought down. He looked dangerous there running to the left. Hayward, now that's a crap play the ball, but it's allowed to play on. Hayward passes left to Salmon. Now it's King. Not the greatest of sets here from Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs. A little bit too helter-skelter, but Hayward on the last goes right. Galvin puts in the crossfield kick. Carraz versus Coates. Carraz leaps up uncontested, passes back to Preston, then Crichton puts in the grubber kick, and it's just got too much on it by Stephen Crichton.
Yeah, too much mayo there from Stephen Crichton. or too many wheat bix, whatever you want to put it. And 7 tackle set. And Xavier Coates says, goodbye, Bailey Haywood, and sends him retreating backwards. Great start here to their 7 tackle set. Gets over their own 30. And now Munster gives it to Mr. Anderson. And Grant Anderson gets up to the 40 here on tackle 1. And now it's the goggles. Seve. Great run from Marion Seve. And he gets up to just short of halfway as watching Jerome Hughes, but I think it's a penalty. Yes, it is. Penalty to the Melbourne Storm. I think that the Bulldogs were offside, judging by Adam G's hand gestures there. So 28 points to 36. Come on, Munster, have a blinder. Yep, let's hope he does indeed, Ollie. We need the Mad Dog to have a blinder for you, mate, as Wishart now finds touch. Emu King is liking the defense thus far. Do you think that the Doggies can keep it up, Sam, as Joe Chan has a run? Do you think the Doggies can keep this defense up, Sam? They are the best defensive team in the competition.
Yeah, for sure, man. But Storm do look pretty good tonight, bro.
Yeah, Harry Grant now gives it to Munster, and Munster, a little unders ball here to Josh King. Just over 20 meters out in a great contest thus far. 12 meters in. That's 12 meters in. 12 minutes in has 6 again for the Melbourne Storm. Pappenhausen's going to have a run as the Storm push it out to the bottom of the screen. Pappenhausen now plays the ball. Meany at dummy half gives it to Wishart. Wishart now gives it to Liero. Liero runs straight and hard, and he's driving those legs, pumping those legs, Trent Liero. And he's brought down 10 meters out. Second tackle, Grant has dummy, gives it to Munster. Munster out the back to Pappenhausen. Lovely hands from Katoa. Oh, Mr. Anderson does absolutely beautiful. It's like the Matrix all over again to stay in the field. Burton's gone down again. Pappenhausen now gives it to Munster. Munster through the middle of the field. Gets past 1, gets past 2. That's 6 again, Sam. Let's get that hand waving. Burton's grabbing the knee. Burton is grabbing the knee. Play has been stopped. Play has been stopped. The referee has called for play to be stopped. Burton is down at the bottom of your screen. And it looks like he's in quite some discomfort here with these knee injuries. Anderson does absolutely brilliantly to think, oh, no.
Oh, no.
He's gone straight into the leg of Burton. I hope he's okay. We don't want to see any injuries here. He looks like he's running it out. That looked quite nasty. Tahi, absolutely brilliant to have you here, my friend. Sam and I both say sup to you, my friend. Great to have you here. Anyway, Stefano throws a little exuberant dummy out the back to Pappenhausen here on tackle 2. 5 meters out here. Plays the ball. Stefano, Grant, Wishart, Munster. Now gives it to Joe Chan. Great defense there by Galvin and Crichton up in his face nice and early, and he can't beat them. Plays the ball, Grant at dummy half, gives it to Munster. Munster out the back to Liero. Liero to Wishart. Wishart scheming, gives it to Pappenhausen. Lovely footwork from Pappenhausen, but great defense again by the Dogs.
Burton involved.
Yes, Pappenhausen plays the ball. Grant, lovely ball to Munster. Munster driving the legs. Oh, he's just going to get tackled short, just short. Couple of meters out. Munster plays the ball. Grant at dummy half, gives it to Wishart. And here it comes again, out to the X-Man. He's grind. Oh, but absolutely brilliant work by Jacob Kiraz out on the top of the screen, the right wing from the Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs. And Galvin's taking a scoop from dummy half, Sam.
That's fantastic strength from Carraz shown, having Coates trying to drive him back, but Carraz fought his way down to the ground, and here's Montoya. Oh, what a collision between he and Munster there. You saw Burton before make that tackle, and he couldn't bend his knee. He kept it straight like a wooden leg, so he is still in some discomfort. Haywood on the 4th goes to the right, kicks from inside his own 30, but it's covered at the back by Pappy.
Oh, and he's taken a slip. He's on the slip and slide, Bailey Haywood there. Oh, dear. Someone's put some detergent out on the field of Amy Park, and Haywood's gone down like no tomorrow as Munster now gives it to Wishart, and Wishart, lovely undersball to Mr. Anderson. And Grant Anderson, what a run by Grant Anderson, gets up to the 45-meter line. It's now Nick Meany. Beautiful service there from Harry Grant. Meany gets over halfway on tackle 3, Grant now gives it to Munster. Munster scheming, puts a lovely grubber kick through. Will it sit up for Chan? No, it won't sit up for Chan. And Kiraz is there again to clean it up. No, that's not get up, Kiraz. Yep, well done. He's taken it in just over his 10, Sam. And
well, that's already his 3rd or 4th really important involvement Jacob Kiraz, man. He is in for a very special night. That is a very flat pass to Connor Tracy by Galvin out of dummy half, but play on. Galvin way out left. Burton had to get it away really quickly to kick out. Left to Sherry. Sherry is taken very quickly by Mr. Anderson, and kick out waits at dummy half. Rugby League history in the chat says choosing between Melbourne or Canterbury is like hoping for a nuclear winter. I second that call. Hayward goes left, and Burton tests out that knee. He got the spin on it, and it's going to fall somewhere on the 30-meter line there, Dor.
Oh, but it sits up beautifully for Coates, and Coates, great tackle there by Preston. Otherwise, he was through. Munster in a dummy half. And on tackle 2, Marion Seve in the goggles gets over into Bulldogs territory. They're 40 meters out. Now they're shifting it to the bottom of the screen. Wishart throws a couple of dummies. Tyron Wishart, he goes straight through. He's got Katoa on the outside. He gives it to Ali Katoa. He's going to be too big and too strong. And Eloise Katoa. Over he goes. The Melbourne Storm take the lead 4-0 with a beautiful run by Tyron Wishart. Michael Jones, if you're in the chat, I should have trusted you. We did trust you, and Tyron Wishart, what a play for the all-out NRL fantasy team, as that is a lovely run by Wishart. Gets past Burton, gets past Sherry on the outside here. Wishart gives the early ball to Eli Katoa, and over he goes. I'd like to see the put down again, because the few Bulldogs came over and gave Tracy a few. No, we're not even going to worry about it. Try has been confirmed. TRY. The Melbourne Storm hit the front. That is 4-0 to the Melbourne Storm, as we see some absolutely stunning haircuts in the crowd. Look at that for a mohawk. That is stunning stuff from the Melbourne faithful down there at a sold-out Amy Park this evening, Sam.
Well, twice they have gone down towards Coates on the last tackle, and Carraz has covered it up very nicely. But I reckon they've gone down the Bulldogs' left edge defensively maybe 4 times already inside the first 17 minutes of this contest, and they've looked likely every single time. Tyron Wishart does look like he's in for another one of those pearl and nights that he can have. But Eli Katoa, he is a runaway locomotive when he gets into space like that.
Oh, just unbelievable, Sam. Big Eli Katoa. And speaking of big, speaking of massive, what a kick from Nick Meaney. Oh, a lovely little bit of curl on it. Aimed it just out the side of the right-hand post and curled it in just beautifully, Sam. And that is 6-0. But just between you and I, Sam, I'm really seeing a trend here from the Melbourne Storm. They're attacking this bottom of the screen, this left-hand side of the Bulldogs defense. And we've seen multiple missed tackles here from Matt Burton thus far this evening. I'm pretty sure he's already made 3 missed tackles. So it really seems like they're really pressuring this left side. Are you seeing the same thing, man?
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
All right, as Burton gets us underway here, and Munster straight off the kickoff is going to shift it to the bottom of the screen. And Josh King now runs it straight and hard, and he's brought down around 12 meters out. King plays the ball, Pappenhausen there at dummy half, and the try scorer, the man himself, Eli Katoa, but great defense there by Kickow and Burton, brought down still inside his 20 meters here on tackle 2. And here on tackle 3, great defense by the Dogs. He's only just got over the 20-meter line there as Trent Liero. Grant, now big Stefano. What can Stefano do? Oh, he nearly offloaded there to Joe Chan, but good defense by Galvin. Preston Hayward plays the ball 30 meters out. Now Grant gives it to Liero, and Liero runs it straight and hard, and he gets up over the 40-meter line. Great return set there by Melbourne after scoring points. And Munster here on the last inside his own half. Kicks it long, he kicks it high, and it's beautifully taken by Tracy Sam just over his 10-meter line.
I'll tell you what, if you would have told me that Stefano Utuikamanu would have been just about the top 5 best props in the game in the month of August at the start of the season, I really would have stepped away from you. But fair dinkum, he's been absolutely terrific. But anyways, we've got to stick with the Bulldogs here. Stephen Crichton now is met on the 30 and makes a few post-contact meters. And it's 19 minutes in, it's 6-0 in favour of the Storm, and they're shifting out left here, the Bulldogs, and Kickow has it, and that's more of a loose ball out back, not an offload, but Tracy picks it up, puts Sherry back under, and they sort of finish back to where they started with the Kickow loose ball backwards. But this is fourth tackle. Hayward, right, Salmon. Everyone's a little bit too flat. There wasn't enough shape, so he had to take the tackle on the fourth, and it just broke down over the past couple of tackles there for the Dogs as Lachlan Galvin kicks from exactly on halfway.
Oh! Kiraz has knocked it on into Coast. He's just got a slight touch to it, but that's great. That was great. Yep, that's the right call. That is the right call. Great officiating there by Adam G. Seve now has a run. Now Pappenhausen gives it to Coates. And Coates, he's steaming through the middle, gives a beautiful ball to Anderson. Oh, Pappenhausen was lurking on the inside. Geez, Melbourne are playing well thus far this evening. Plays the ball. Grant gives it now to Wishart. Wishart scheming through the middle of the field. Who needs Jerome Hughes when you have Tyrant Wishart? What a versatile player this man is. Plays the ball. Grant now gives it to King. King through the middle of the field now. Melbourne really looking good thus far. Great set here. Fourth tackle, and they're just outside the Canterbury 10 meters here. They're shifting to the bottom of the screen. Wishart throws another dummy, gets past another tackle, but is brought down there by Sam Hughes. Last tackle, Grant, a dummy half, gives it to Pappenhausen. Pappenhausen has the ball. Pappenhausen, instead of offloading there with Sam Hughes pushing out, just decides to get tackled inside the Bulldogs 10-meter line, Sam.
They sort of look gassed, Bulldogs, Dor. I don't know about you, but the Dogs already look like they're asking for half time, hoping for it to come quick. What do you reckon, mate?
Yeah, no, I'm seeing the same thing, Sam. There's been a lot of missed tackles here from the Canterbury Bulldogs, especially through the middle of the field. I'm seeing a lot of players drop off tackles. We touched on Burton. Hayward's missing a few and co. So they really need to get some points, Sam, or start to put some pressure on the Storm.
Third tackle, and Galvin. Oh, Matt Burton takes another whack to those knees that are under fire at the moment. Burton left to Kickow. Kickow's big step, offloads to Burton. Burton dummies and stands in the tackle. He's going to be dragged back just a meter or so. He plays the ball. This is last tackle. Galvin. They're making meters, but not a lot of them, and those meters actually aren't all that convincing in the end, Dor.
No, not at all, Sam. And Pappenhausen gets through. He's brought down just over his 20-meter line, plays the ball. Munster now gives it to Coates, and Coates runs straight and hard into contact there and gets brought down here on tackle 2, 35 meters out. Munster in a dummy half, gives it to Seve. Seve with the goggles. That's a great run by Marion Seve. Yep, he's got up. No, he's going to get better. I knew that was good. Seve didn't get to his feet to play the ball and has given the Bulldogs possession here just inside Melbourne half there. Didn't get to his feet to play the ball. I knew as soon as he fell over there after he played it, that was going to be called. So best chance here probably outside of after that short dropout fail, Sam, for the Bulldogs.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. This is a massive opportunity here for the Doggies. So we're 22 minutes in, and this is Max King, who's still out there. He will play the ball on the Melbourne Storm 40. Hayward comes back left infield for Salmon, who then, that's jersey number 15, if I'm not mistaken. That's Harry Hayes. He has the hit up, and he's brought down 32 metres out. Hayward goes right, Crichton at first receiver. Then elects to put Connor Tracy back under. And but was that touched by Katoa Ford? No, that's an intercept Melbourne Storm.
Yes, and Katoa gets it, and the Bulldogs fail to make use of that opportunity there, Sam, as now Joe Chan's brought down around his 40-meter line, plays the ball. Pappenhausen in a dummy half, gives it to Stefano. Can he manufacture another offload? No, he can't. Good Bulldogs defense, brought down just short of halfway. Grant gives it to Pappenhausen. Pappenhausen unders ball there to Joe Chan. He gets over halfway. Fourth tackle here. Plays the ball. Grant gives it to Munster. Munster out the back to Wishart. Wishart now gives it to Katoa. Katoa scheming, but great defense there by the Bulldogs. Last tackle brought down just short of the 40-meter line for the Bulldogs. And Munster kicks it long, kicks it high. It's fading away there by Tracy, and that's a knock-on. That's a knock-on, ladies and gentlemen. And Connor Tracy, Munster's kicked it. It's curling away from Connor Tracy, and he was in licorice all sorts there and has knocked the ball on. His hands were behind him, but the ball has been promoted in a forwards direction. as you can see there, yep, his hands are behind him and the ball is, yep, gone forwards there. And that is then picked up by Montoya there to stop the Melbourne Storm chasers from getting to it. And that's going to be a penalty here. And they're not taking the 2. They're not taking the 2 here, the Storm. They want more meat, as now they're going for some more, a try here as McDonald's on the pitch. Harry Grant at dummy half gives it to Munster. Munster out the back to Wishart. Wishart scheming through the middle. Wishart gets past 1, gets past 2. Oh my God, he's looking for an offload there. And goodness me, I don't know if this is Tyron Wishart or Andrew Johns playing for the Melbourne Storm tonight. This is absolutely exceptional. Lovely ball handling there from Chan. Gives Xavier Coates, and Coates, let me give Wishart his flowers. He's having an absolute blinder thus far, Sam. As Coates plays the ball a couple of meters out. Papenhuyzen throws the dummy. Was looking at Seve, was charging through, but he didn't get the ball. Papenhuyzen plays the ball a couple of meters out. Coates in a dummy half, gives it to Munster. Munster now to Josh King. Josh King, you need to surrender. Alec McDonald has absolutely butchered his lead run. 4th tackle. He's just short of the 10, just inside Canterbury 10-meter line. Grant now gives McDonald. Oh, that was a good tackle there by Jacob Preston there to stop him. Grant in the dummy half gives it to Munster. Munster out the back to Papenhuyzen. To Papenhuyzen, and over goes Cameron Munster, the mad dog for unknown Ferroli, gives it to Ryan Snackenhausen. And oh, look at the luscious locks flow as over he goes for the 2nd try for the Melbourne Storm. Beautiful hands there from Munster off the knees there. And oh, that's a pathetic effort from Lachlan Galvin. He looks like he's trying to shove him out, but he doesn't even, he's nowhere near the sideline. And over goes Ryan Papenhuyzen. And the Melbourne Storm, they wanted a try. They didn't go for the extra 2, Sam. They wanted a snack. And don't worry, Snackenhausen's the man to deliver that snack for the Melbourne Storm here. And that is 10 points to nil with the kick to come.
Welcome back, Snack Pap. Well done. That's some burn to kill, speed to burn, man. Got Tahi, bro, just to comment about the Dogs. A lot of sideways play from the Dogs, whereas the Storm are going straight through the middle. And Tahi, bro, you pretty much summed it up right there in that one comment, bro. Doggy's way too sideways, and like they're not. It's not like they're not looking confident, but they look way too desperate when they were attacking, whether it be inside their own half or in the Storm's half as well. Emu King with another comment. I reckon Coates is the wild card for the Melbourne Storm premiership run. It's unreal when you got Grant, Money, Pappy, and the rest of them on the field. And then Tahi, bro, there was no choice but to kill that movement from the knock-on with a penalty, but definitely looking slow. The Doggies. Tahi, bro, you're right on the money there tonight, mate.
Oh, he's always on the money, Tahi. As now Meaney comes in, and oh baby, it's a double. It's 2 points. That is a lovely kick from Nick Meaney, and that is 12 points to nil. And what a return from Papenhuyzen, from Pappy Yalomanyanyo. A lovely play from Ryan Papenhuyzen. As over they go, 12 points to nil. And Tahi, like you said, Sam, summed it up beautifully. I'd like to know your thoughts, but I just think the Dogs defensively have been very poor thus far, and they do look sluggish and slow, like the other people watching this beautiful live stream are saying.
Alrighty, Bulldogs.
No, you got no comment? You got no comment?
No, Tahi, bro, and you summed it up beautifully. Sorry.
No, you're right, man. You're all good. You're all good. As the Storm take the kickoff beautifully, and Josh King has a run now. Grant at dummy half gives it now to Papenhuyzen. There's a bit of something's going on here. Something is going here. Stephen Crichton, there's a few players that have shoved him off. I think nothing too much, as Harry Grant looks like he's pulling could have an issue with the finger, but that's all right. Play on, as McDonald has decided to go backwards here. As Jazz in the chat says, he can't believe that he's wanting a Storm win. Well, yeah, don't worry, mate. I'm in the same situation. Cheering on your own team, and you want other teams to get your results, even though it's might not be your favorite team. It could be your least favorite team, but if it's going to help your own side out, it is what it is. So last tackle here, and Munster kicks it long, kicks it high, and that's a great take there by Connor Tracy inside his own 20, Sam.
Connor Tracy is able to get to the 30 before he's met. All right, so let's see how forward the Bulldogs can get here. Galvin, he scoots to the right-hand side and is able to make about 7 meters and gets to the 40. That's not a bad scoot at a dummy half. Nice start. Hayward, right. Kiraz runs directly back into the ruck, but post-contact meters are a treat for Jacob Carraz. They're inside the Storm half now. Hayward left, man's on the paddock. They'll get them going. He'll get them going straight as Burton still standing. What a recovery from Matt Burton after looking like his friggin' knee went the other way. Tupanua now has his first hit up in a couple of months, and he gets to the 20-meter line. Last tackle, that's maybe one of their best sets of the game now. Burton runs straight and hard. Out back left to Montoya. Montoya put the kick in, and it's had to be batted dead. That's their best set of the game, just about. One of the best 3 sets they've had so far, Dogs, Dor.
100%, Sam. That was lovely movement here on the left-hand or bottom side of the screen. Beautiful, lovely kick there by Marcelo Montoya, and I thought the Storm were going to keep the ball in play there, but unfortunately for them, the ball has gone out. But here, best chance, I'd say, outside of that short restart, Sam. Here they go.
Alrighty. Play the ball. They go right. Galvin then puts Hayes back under. Need a little bit more pep, a little bit more spice. All right. So Stephen Crichton's on report. Hayward, flat ball for Tupanua. God, I want to see him get some freaking consistency in his game. Hayward goes right. Galvin out back right to Crichton. Crichton steps and 6 again. Galvin hopping and stepping, and he's brought down primarily by McDonald. Hayward on the first goes right. Crichton at first receiver. He's looking back left for Kurtman, and he is hopping and stepping and dancing, arcing his run, dummying, still standing, wanted a flick, and that's going to be a 6 again, in my opinion. That was knocked on by Anderson.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a scrum for the Bulldogs.
100% it will be, Sam. Yeah, great call live, mate. Yep. I think that's Meaney there that's knocked the ball out when man's gone to offload it here out the back.
Rugby League history says Melbourne are a real fly in the ointment. That's very unkind. Kurt Mann is on. They'll straighten up now. How have you boys been? I hope you're living the best, mate. We are good. We experienced the classic before, and this is good footy at the moment, but the Bulldogs, they want to hit straight back. And Tahi, bro, with a reminder, thank you very much, Tahi. As the Bulldogs win the scrum, they go right, Crichton, right to Tracy playing out at centre. Interesting that Crichton's getting more involved over the past couple of minutes as a first receiver type player. Hayward left, Galvin back under for Hayes. Hayes, that's just a settler. What are they setting up here to the left-hand side? Hayward left, Crichton's wrapping around Galvin, flat ball or for Tupanua, but Crichton was right there and he still is. Crichton barking instructions. Hayward ignores and goes right to man, right to Galvin, right to Tracy, stops on his run and is taken down by Seve. Seve been good defensively over the past fortnight. Karaza Tomiato on the fourth, goes left in field for Hayward, left for Galvin, left for Man, left for Burton, and good defense by Nick Meaney. And they have ignored Stephen Crichton this entire set, and Crichton is screaming out for the ball as Galvin gets it on the last, puts it high, Crichton chasing, but it's actually batted backwards in the end, and it's ended up in the hands of Coates Dor. They ignored Stephen Crichton the whole set.
Yeah, they batted it back there. It would have been play on, but Harry Grant was positioned beautifully, just basically fell right into his lap there, Sam, off the bounce. And yeah, very well, nicely done here by the Storm. And they'll try to make as many meters possible here, complete the set and kick it long and hard. And that's a great straight run there by Tui Kamakamika. Grant now gives it to Meaney, and that's last tackle there. They've made around 35 meters there. Munster here on the last, shaping it, curling it like a banana, and Tracy nearly bobbles it, but takes it and is brought down around 35 meters out.
Finished over the top by Cameron Munster with a forearm to the Adam's apple, if you don't friggin' mind. All right, so Tracy plays the ball 15 short of halfway, and this is Jacob Carraz now. I wonder what his stats would be like. Bailey Hayward still out there. I mean, I'd be bringing in Reid Marnie maybe only 10 minutes into the second half if I'm Seraldo. Montoya struggling to get up and play the ball. He does so now. Hayward right to man. He goes forward. They look a little bit tired here all of a sudden, the Dogs, in my opinion. Fourth tackle, Hayward, left, Galvin, dancing forward, Crichton, wrapped around, left to Burton, left to Sherry. Sherry is brought down about 15 out on the side closest to the interchange sideline. Montoya, dummy half, passes right to Burton, right to Galvin, puts in a right foot kick to the left-hand side for Stephen Crichton, who's out there. They both missed it. What's the call here? I'm not sure.
Play on.
Melbourne Storm ball.
Yeah, Wishart knocked it backwards, nearly knocked it straight into Stephen Crichton, who was fighting for it, but Ellie Cartoa was able to clean up the scraps there. Sam is now Pappenhausen has a scoot from dummy half and can go basically like 1 meter in front. As now that's a great run by Grant Anderson through the middle of the field. He's brought down around 25 meters out from his own try line, gets tangled up there with Harry Hayes. As now Munster's going to have a run straight and hard through the middle of the field, and he's brought down. Fourth tackle, only made 35 meters thus far. And now Alec McDonald's going to have a carry. And what a carry it is indeed, nearly up to halfway here. Last tackle, Grant now gives it to Wishart. Wishart kicks it high, kicks it long towards the top of the screen, and is beautifully taken there by Connor Tracy, Sam.
And he is met by Cameron Munster about 20 meters out from halfway, thereabouts. We've got Galvin waiting at dummy half. Way left to Burton, way left to Sherry. Sherry, what can he do? Nah, great defense by Anderson and Meany. Sherry tried to turn on the turbo jets, but it was good defense in the end. Here's Montoya. He's straight and hard. Yeah, Melbourne Storm defense. This is really good stuff from them. Up and very quick, and they're also disciplined at the same time. Kurt Mann gets the ball center field, flicked it out the left-hand side for Galvin. Galvin, goosey step before left to kick out. He rumbles over the 40, over the 50, still standing, and he does offload back to Galvin. Galvin running infield, right to Hayes, right to Preston, right to Crichton. There's space here. What can he do? Passes right to Carraz. Carraz is up to the Storm 30, beats two of them, offloads backwards. Tracy left. Preston from 30 meters out now beats Munster over the 20, and they're brought down to about 14 meters out. This is still the third tackle. They're right of the goalpost, running right to left. This is Galvin, first receiver, and he's just going to run to the left-hand side, and I think he's going to take the tackle, but they're inside the 10 here. On the last, left of the goalpost, Hayward, left, Burton, bumps away, right to Hayward, right to Galvin. Way out right to Casper, and Preston's there to catch the pass from Casper on the 30, and Preston puts in the grubber kick, and Pappy does take it. I would have probably let that go out for a 7-tackle set maybe, but anyway, Melbourne Storm ball.
Think it was going to sit up as W from JK Stories and More. Great to have you here, JK, as that's a great run there by Xavier Coates there. Gets up over his own 20-meter line on tackle 2, plays the ball. Munster now gives it to Seve, and Seve runs straight and hard, and he's brought down here just short of the 30. Munster now gives it to Anderson, and Anderson's now brought down here just short of the 40. Fourth tackle. Grant. Now Munster's going for the 40-20, kicks it long, kicks it hard. He's got the angle. Cameron Munster with the 40-20. What an absolute kick from the Mad Dog. Oh, wow. And that's it is a 40-10. Yes, very true, Sam. That's great recognition. Connor Tracy, you can see, is on the very left-hand bottom side of the screen here on the was left of the upright, and Munster saw that, was moving towards the opposite side of the field, and Munster's kicked it the opposite way, and at the top of the screen he has found that 40-10 there, Sam. This is huge. Could Melbourne go up potentially 18 points to 0 here before halfway? That's a great start from McDonald. Couple of meters out, Grant at dummy half, and it's all gone horribly wrong. He's knocked it on, and now the Dogs have it.
Burton left to Sherry. All right, Sherry, can he turn on the afterburners here? Beats 1, beats 2, over the 40. It's knocked backwards by the Storm, and Bulldogs pick up an extra tackle and an extra 15 meters. So tackle 1, 45 meters out, and it's going out to the right. Galvin to Crichton, who bobbled it, and they lost a bit of momentum here, and Crichton just got to succumb to the tackle and settle things down just a fraction. All right, 3 minutes to go. Bulldogs desperate to get on the scoreboard before halftime as Kurt Mann just goes forward, and Grant is on top of him, and Mann plays the ball. Hayward runs to the right-hand side before finding Hayes, and Hayes is brought down. Look, credit to Hayward. We were talking about Marnie before, and Hayward's been good enough. Man, first receiver, left to Burton, flat for kick out. Kick out, does offload back to Burton, right to Kurt Mann. He sizes things up, but he says, nah, I'm going to come back to the left and take the tackle. This is the fourth. 2.5 minutes remain. They're central, and Hayward elects to go left for Burton. Rainbow ball for more, but it's been knocked on by the Melbourne Storm.
Oh.
Ooh, that was nearly good night, mama.
He nearly did so well there to hit that backwards, Sam. Like, he did so well there at Burton's down again. The poor man's having a horrible evening thus far. He's really in the wars.
G'day,
He's
Kazeel
just been
Glenn.
absolutely crunched. Kamakamika has got Burton nice and flush underneath the ribs there. And look at Anderson. I think he's just terribly winded here, Matt Burton. He's copped a absolute Tui Kamakamika special underneath the rib cage there.
It'd feel like getting hit in the ribs with a surfboard, bro.
Oh, yeah, it would not be good. Would not be good at all. But he's up. He's in the wars, but he's okay. And there's a chance here for his Bulldogs, Sam, to get on the scoreboard here.
They've had enough possession now over the past 10 or so minutes, Bulldogs, to walk away with points. So it's a central scum from about 12, 13 metres out. Galvin's got the ball in hand and feeds it now. Hayward at the back, then flings it out left to Sherry. Sherry is brought down closest to the interchange sideline. 2 minutes and change remaining. Burton at dummy half goes right for Hayward, under for Tupanua. And if Burton can't go on, you'd imagine that Hayward and Galvin are going to be the halves pairing in the second half. But Burton's wrapping around Galvin, then doesn't use him and goes back left for Kurt Mann. And, oh, man, Burton and Crichton could have worked together just then. Hayward, right, Galvin, flat ball for Preston.
Forward.
And, bugger me dead.
Galvin's he's trying his heart out, Lockie Galvin, tonight. He's been very busy. Just unfortunately there, it's just gone slightly forward. The touchy's right there in the position. And like, if you don't follow Wobbling on X, you would have seen his rant last night on the forward passes. So that was very good from the referees thus far. And they've been very good tonight. They were horrible last night, so I understand Sam's rant. But tonight thus far, they've been great. Mick, I love Wishart. Yes, into the top 1,000. Yes, it was a great call from you, brother, to keep basically give me some positivity and some strength to make sure that we kept Wishart in our side. Burton must run over and on his way to the game with this bad luck he's been having. He's been in the wars, Emu King. He's been in the wars. Is now at the bottom of the screen here, and Meaney here on tackle 3, tackled inside the 30 is now Wishart. They're scheming. They're looking at here, the Melbourne. Cameron Munster has been hit very late here by Jacob Preston and is being called appropriately or accordingly. Yeah, that could be some trouble. That could be some trouble here for Jacob Preston. He does. Oh, it's all right, actually. Now I look at it. There's a high contact, but it looks like the first instance is on the chest. Anyway, penalty here. Look, it's been actually very clean game. Only 2 penalties thus far in the whole entire game. So it's been a great game. Seve now gives it to Grant. Munster, Wishart, Katoa. Katoa's brought down just inside his own half, 42 meters out from his own try line. Grant now to McDonald. McDonald now runs it up to halfway. There's 10 seconds to go. Grant scheming, puts a lovely little cute kick in, but there's no one chasing, but the ball's going to sit up, and Tracy just takes it out, and that will be half time, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. That is 12 points to 0 in favor of the Melbourne Storm after 40 minutes down at Amy Park.
It kind of feels like it's 20-0 in favor of the Melbourne Storm, but it's only 12. It's something to work on. The Bulldogs were able to get territory in possession for maybe 15 minutes inside the final quarter of that first half. So there's a little bit there to work on. But, man, I just couldn't help it see that Crichton and Burton were wrapping around and making those extra efforts to sync up so they can put in some nice ball for a Sherry or for a Jacob Kiraz. But then Galvin just said, no, I'm going to go back the other way, forgetting and ignoring the efforts that you're making to wrap around me. I'm going to go back the other way. And I'd love to see that flow on more in the second half for the Bulldogs, because they did start to make more meters as the game wore on in that first half, Dor. Yes, Dor. Yes.
Yeah,
Good. Sam, brilliant. Absolutely stunning summarization, Sam. That's all right, Dor. Bro, thank you. Oh.
Don't you say that after you just I was saying and you left me on bloody thing. I was mesmerized by what I was seeing on the screen. I was mesmerized.
Well, I'm pretty mesmerized too by the men in the lime green.
Beautiful Jed Stewart take the ball and give it to Ethan Strange, and boy, did he pin the ears back. Beautiful breaking tackles there, and oh god, that was better than Lego, that performance there by the Canberra Raiders. It was absolutely unbelievable, absolutely flipping fantastic.
With last week's good referee performances, do you think it might carry on into the finals?
We're watching the same game, Emu King.
Emu King, I love you, mate. Mate, you are a VIP, mate. But I can't agree with you there, bro, because they had an absolute Barry last night. But they have had a good first half down in Melbourne. I can't speak for what we saw in Mudgee.
Yeah, it was good. It was good in Mudgee as well. I think they've been really good thus far tonight. Yeah, really good.
Sick. Jazz also Storm Waste. Sewer Bandits are going pretty well, even without their gun halfback. They look pretty switched on, Melbourne. I will give the devil their due. They look pretty switched on. But as I said, the Bulldogs were just able to get some territory possession deep into that first half and didn't capitalize on it. Tahi Bro says Kazil can't let the Emu get away with that smash. The like button. Well, thank you, Tahi Bro. You are the sheriff in the chat, aren't you, mate? Thank you very much. But yeah, no, it was early dominance from the Storm, and Bulldogs never really looked like scoring besides a Stephen Crichton runaway.
I feel like, Sam, I think the Bulldogs are really trying. They're trying bloody hard, and I think they would have beaten or broken through a couple of other sides thus far this evening. But I just think the takeaway from me in that first half is the Melbourne Storm defense. They're everywhere. They're scrambling.
Yeah.
I think their defense has been incredible. It's not like the Bulldogs' attack's been bad. Yes, it's been a bit sideways, but since Kurt Mann came on, like Tahi referred to, he's really straightened up their attack. They're getting plenty of offloads away. I think their attack's been really good. It's just that I think that Melbourne's defense has been absolutely outstanding. I think the big question that we can take away from that first half and maybe ask ourselves leading into the second half is, do you think that the Melbourne Storm can keep up this defense thus far? Like they've been phenomenal defensively, in my opinion, thus far, Sam.
They have, man. And look at that. The possession actually ended up 51 to 49% in favor of the Bulldogs in the end. Yeah, there was a good, strong 10 minutes there, or maybe 7. That was all Bulldogs, and completion rates, 3 or 4 drop balls apiece. So it's good quality in that regard. Run meters are just about the same. Post contact meters is a difference. Line breaks. So maybe we're not giving enough. Maybe we're not giving enough credit to the Bulldogs' attack at the moment. And it's good that you're talking about the Melbourne Storm defense, because I agree with you. The Melbourne Storm defense looks as good as I've seen it in a little bit. Tackle breaks more in favor of the Storm. Offloads, well, that's where the Bulldogs are making their meters from. Without those offloads, it'd be pretty different, you'd imagine. Melbourne Storm kicking them to death a little bit at the moment, over 100 more meters in the kicking meters department. And missed tackles, relatively high still, 22 to 17 each way. Ineffective tackles, Storm of 14 to the Bulldogs 2. But yeah, cleanliness in the game, it's been decent. Yeah, there's about 4 or 5, 6 against, but yardage penalties, 3 to the Bulldogs and 0 to the Storm. So
Emu King, I wish I could smash the like button for you, but I don't have a like button on my screen, so I'll just give you a IRL like, a thumbs up for you, Emu King. Yeah, no. I really, that's a really good half of footy. Like the Storm, the Bulldogs were really trying there. Yes, I know that it's not, neck and neck, but the Panthers started to push away from the Raiders and they finished strong and they ended up getting the chocky. So, this is not over for the Bulldogs. They need to start strong here. Maybe potentially with just how it's going, maybe if the Storm score first and get it out to an 18-0 lead with how they're defending, I think it could be night. But at the moment, I'm thinking, the Bulldogs have still got a lot to play for. And the big question is, will that Melbourne Storm defense hold up like it has been thus far in that first half, in the second half? If not, then look, the Bulldogs have got plenty of damaging and threatening players. Sam, they've got Preston Kiraz out on the right. They've got Kickows, Sherry, Montoya out on the left. There's plenty of strike there for the Bulldogs. Then there's no lack of star power for them. I think it's just about if they can break open. I think if they can just get that one try, Sam, I think that will give them a lot of confidence, and that might hurt the Storm's confidence thus far, and that give the doggies a bit of boost, and that could lift them. So I think it's going to be interesting to see how this second half starts off, mate.
Mate, do you mind if I duck out for 5 minutes?
Absolutely not. No, that's absolutely fine, mate. You can duck out for 5 minutes. That's no problems at all. I'll probably go through the fantasy points or whatnot while everyone while you go, man. So you're fine. Just duck off. You're all good.
All right. Thanks, man.
All good. So that first half, ladies and gentlemen, well, absolutely stunning first half of football. And look, the fantasy points are continuing to absolutely flow in, as we've got Wishart leading the way. Points are still coming through, but yes, Wishart 37 points in that first half. I think we could see some changes. Maybe by the time Sam gets back, we could see some more changes. But yes, Wishart 37 points, Jacob Preston 32, Cameron the Mad Dog Munster for Ollie, yes, 31 points for him. Viliami Kickow 30 points. He's been an offloading machine. He's already got, I think, 3 offloads already. So he's really been busy in that category. We've got Trent Liero on 29 points as well. So he's having a good game. 27 tackles from Liero, working very, very hard. Pappenhausen being good in his return, 28 points for him. Xavier Coates, 27. Stephen Crichton, 27. Eli Cartoa, 26. Stefano, 25 points. Grant, 21. Max King, 19. Hayes, 19. Burton and Kiraz and Sam Hughes are all on 18. Galvin's trying hard but missing a lot of tackles. He's on 17. Josh King and Bronson Sherry are also on 17 points as well. Kurt Mann, Salmon, and Joe Chan are all on 16 points, with Meany and McDonald on 15. Connor Tracy's on 11. Bailey Hayward is also on 11. We did touch on that live, that Bailey Hayward and Burton had missed a few tackles, and Hayward's missed 4, and Burton, I think, has missed 3. So, they need to improve their defense. Montoya's on 8. Anderson's on 6, Tupanua's on 5, Seve's on 4, Kamakamika's on 3, and Lasati and Reed Marnie and Jonah Pezzett for that also haven't come onto the field yet. So absolutely unreal. What have we got happening in the chat? All he's saying about Munster. The Dogs, like the Rooster, love to hit and be dominant in defense, but don't have the organization when push comes to shove. They've got a great organization, the Doggies, just like the Roosters. They've been very good this season, but started to slightly fall off the last month and a bit. It will be interesting, when push does come to shove, or it comes to finals footy. We all know that the Bulldogs have got a tough run home, Amy King, so it'll be interesting to see what happens there. Tahi Bro, Storm are dominant, but Doggies have the stock. Their fans will be doing their nut that Kurt didn't come on earlier. I think there's a good chance to say why Kurt doesn't start over Jamin Salmon, but I think it's just because of what Kurt does when he comes on the field. He provides a real good go forward and a lot of spark. So I think that they'd rather have that coming off the bench than Salmon. I think he does a bit more of a better job and suits the bench a bit better than Salmon. Paul, yeah, the Dogs have got Panthers next week. Yeah, two desperate teams both. Well, we've still got another half to go, but yeah, the Doggies haven't had much luck the last couple of weeks, and neither has Penrith. So it'll be very interesting to see what transpires next week. It'll be an absolutely huge game, Paul. Yeah, Tahi agrees with you, man. That's going to be a good game. Tahi, yeah, plenty of guns can throw up. Yep. Yep. Best of luck to you tomorrow, Jazz, with your Warriors. Emu King, yep, like the stream. Good on you, Emu. Yeah, it's great vibes here from you, Jazz, Tahi, Emu, and you, Unknown, Ollie, and as well as you, Paul. Great for you guys all to be here. I know Sam and I both really appreciate everyone being here. And speaking of the Devil, in terms of updates, some have started to come through. So Wishart's actually gone down to 33 points. He was on 37. Everyone else has sort of been around the same. Kick out maybe went up a bit. Everything else is looking pretty much the same. But wowee, what a game of football it was in the earlier game. The Raiders getting the job done against the Penrith Panthers in overtime. I know we've touched on it a fair bit thus far in this stream, but oh God, I can't get over it. It was absolutely unbelievable. One of the great finishes to an NRL game as Sam returns. Welcome back, Sam, as we've just gone through all the comments. Yes, Ollie Tarpany was absolutely unreal tonight. He was very strong. Speaking of which, Ollie, that provides a beautiful segue for me to go back and preview what we saw fantasy-wise in the game earlier in the Raiders win in overtime over the Penrith Panthers. Tarpany, 83 fantasy points, got through a mountain of work, 47 points. He was terrific, and so was his partner, Big Corey Horsburgh, Big Red, 72 points in 72 minutes. He was outstanding as well. 53 tackles for the big ranger from Narangba. So he was absolutely outstanding, Big Red. Ethan Strange, look, 71 points. Ethan Strange, outstanding. He was just like Dr. Strange tonight, just absolute pure wizardry from Ethan Strange this evening. Zach Hoskins, look, you know what you're going to get with Zach Hoskins. He's an absolute workhorse, 66 points for Zach Hoskins. He's absolutely outstanding. Bless you, Sam. Nathan Cleary, 64 points. So the big thing to take away from tonight's performance from Nathan Cleary, it was a bit like his performance against the Gold Coast Titans. Played really well. Look, unfortunately tonight couldn't ice it. But when I say the same as the Titans, he missed a lot of tackles tonight. 7 missed tackles from Nathan Cleary, one of the best defensive halves in the competition, and 7 misses for him is really out of the ordinary. Anyway, I'll fly through these. 64 for Fogarty, 59 for Yo, Kenny 57, Weeks 56, IPAP 55, Hudson Young 51, Smith 47, Liam Martin 46, Leota 46, Starling and Timoko now both 45, To'o and McLean 43, Smithies 39, Mariota 38, Edwards 36. Edwards, he missed a few tackles as well and made a couple of critical errors as well, just like he did against the Storm last weekend. Big Papa, 35 points for Papa Li'i, 34 for Liam Henry, 33 for Sorensen, 33 for Sasangi, 31 for Stewart, 30 for Tungo, 27 for Talangi, 26 for Garner, 26 for Paddy, 23 for Chris, 20 for Jenkins, 3 for the injured Xavier Savage. Brad Schneider didn't get on at all for Penrith, and the 18th men were not activated either. But the Doggies are out there, the Storm are out there, and we've got a big second half of action coming in. Sam, you can speak for a little while I have a drink of water because I've just ranted for about
No, you're right. Yeah, no, that's cool, man. No, that's cool. So look, I'm going to stick with my tip here of the Melbourne Storm to run away with it. The Bulldogs, they just, need to make the better decision when they're definitely in the attacking zone. They haven't looked terrible, but like to see more punch up the middle from their forwards in the second half as well. But yeah, one of the better defensive efforts from the Storm this
Panthers aren't
this
done
year.
here, King. Panthers aren't done here, King. It was a great game. They've got to fix their finishes to games. That's what's hurting them. Great game. Yeah, definitely watch the highlights. Make sure it's extended too, because it was an absolute belter. As the Storm kick off, Sam.
Matt Burton takes it on the full, so he's out there. In positive news for the Dogs, as Harry Hayes crashes back into the purple pack. You know what I nearly said. Hayward passes right infield here for Montoya, and he gets over the 20-meter line here. And the Bulldogs in the second half are running left to right. And this is Tupanua now, who returns from a couple of months off with an injury. And he stands in the tackle, plays the ball. Hayward, flat pass to Galvin, right to Preston over the 40, and makes about 5 post-contact meters, spinning away from Survey for half a second as Galvin goes left. Man, left. Burton able to run and get it out left to Kikau, who goes over Melbourne Storm halfway line. And this is the last tackle. Hayward passes right infield for Galvin, and Galvin puts it sky high, man.
Yeah, it's coming down and beautifully taken there by Pappenhouse and Sam at the back. Brought down around 12 meters out. Smile on Pappy's face as he's brought down. And Grant Anderson here now on tackle 2. Great Bulldogs defense. He's can only make a couple of meters there as Munster now gives it nice unders ball to Xavier Coates. But again, they're still stuck inside their 20. Harry Grant now gives it to Big Tui Kamakamika, and he holds on to it this time, and he's brought down 25 meters out on tackle 4. Grant's having a scoop from dummy half, gives it to Wishart. Great run there by Meany against his former club, but he's brought down on his own 40 last, and Wishart gets the ball from dummy half, kicks it long, kicks it hard, but it's beautifully taken by Kiraz.
Fends away from Survey and comes a little bit more in field, and they're going to start a set 5 meters short of halfway here, Dogs. That's a great start with a fresh set. As Crichton now backs his way into Storm territory, he plays the ball, second tackle on the 40-meter line. Hayward left to Galvin, left on for Hayes. Hayes been pretty consistent since he's come onto the paddock, and he will eventually get up and play the ball now. That's third tackle. Hayward passes right to man. Flat ball for Tupanua into some space. Stands and offloads back to Galvin, but Pappenhausen was there and Kamikamitha was there to wrap up Galvin. But they're 15 out. Fourth tackle. Hayward left. Man comes back in field, but says not going about left, and then passes left to Burton. Out back left to Kikau. Kikau, he is taken down. Meany, he is in some pretty good form as of late. Kikau plays the ball pretty deflatedly, and the kick has been charged down, and it's a 6 again here for the Bulldogs. 11 meters out, 10 meters out, in fact, and Hayes plays the ball. Hayward, right, Galvin, back under for Tupanua, and he's brought down about 5 meters shy of the try line. Second tackle, 3 minutes gone. Thank you. Galvin, back under for Preston. Oh, and Pappy had to go high on him as Grant went low, and Preston, a 6 again. Bloody Nora, get that whistle ready, ref for a sin bin. Hayward dummies, goes forward and crashes over and scores. Get out.
And there's the start that the Bulldogs needed, bro.
Look, I'll still stand by what I said. You asked me the question at the start. Do you think they're missing Reed Marnie a little bit with the start? And I said, I do think they're missing a little bit of pace. And it looks like it too. But it's not to say that Hayward hasn't worked his friggin' ring off tonight, Dor.
No, not at all. No, we're not saying that. I was just more thinking that potentially Hayward deserves to be there. He's an NRL caliber player. It's just whether it was the right decision to have him starting. And look, he started this second half off with a bang for the Dogs.
What?
Did the ball hit the turf?
Hey, Emu King, you know how we were talking about, or you were talking about the performances of the referees? That referee could not have been in a better spot to adjudicate that ball from Bailey Hayward did not touch the grass. I am 99% sure that did not
Maybe
hit the grass.
the only time it could have is right at the start. Right at the start when that angle. Well, it's been given, so it's a try. So Crichton, I think it did get to the ground right at the start. Right at the start, where if that angle that they showed before, I thought that the ball might have found the turf.
You reckon?
Not this, no, not this angle. It's the one from behind the posts on the left-hand side of where Hayward's coming through.
Emu King, I apologize.
But also the other thing is, as well as the Storm players thought he scored. Like they weren't adamant that you could see Pappenhausen's face. It was defeated.
Jazz, I'm with you. I can't see how he definitely got that down on any of the angles. I can't.
I thought, as I said, I saw a little bit on one of the angles, but very hard. But we play on.
Oh, Grant collides with Harry Hayes. A little high, I thought, but play on. 5 minutes in, and we're 12-6, remarkably, out of nowhere. Tupanua now, we're going back on here. Tupanua will get up and play the ball on the 20-metre line. Hayward left to Kurt Mann, and he straightens things up and gets to the 30. And this is the third tackle, 12-6. Hayward left, Tupanua. He's made a difference.
He's out. Kamakamika is out.
That's bad. That's bad. It's almost twitching on the grass. Oh, that's not good. Crap. Oh.
You can see it. He just got his head in the wrong spot there on Tupanua. Hit his hip. You can sort of see it there. I think this will be a category 1 here for Tui Kamakamika here. Wait. Something's happened in back play.
I thought Harry Grant did take Hayes high. I thought he did. But is he going to be sin bin for it or just on report? Harry Grant sensationally has been sent to the sin bin for a shoulder charge that crept up a bit too high on Harry Hayes. And it's on the lower end of the scale, but I'm happy with that. I saw that straight away. But fine, play on. Well, the Storm have just lost Kamakamika potentially with a category 1 and Harry Grant for the next 10 minutes, Dor.
It's a high shot. No. That is fucking rubbish. That is.
Whoa!
Language. That is 110% a penalty to the Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs, but I do not think that is a sin bin.
Well, we got some spice in this game, man. We got some serious paprika. All right,
Peasant is on. Oh, we do indeed. Paprika.
Yes, paprika peasant. All right, so Tupanua enters the Storm half. All righty, plays the ball. There's Big Nash. Man goes left. Galvin, dummies, and still running, and is eventually taken down there by Jonah Pessett. Plays the ball, does Galvin. Hayward passes right infield for Mann, gets to the 30, passes it back infield for Hayes. Hayes has got a bit of toe for a prop, used to be a winger. Hayward scoots to the right-hand side, steps and comes back left and gets to the 10 and enters the 10-metre zone of the Melbourne Storm. But this is the last tackle. Mann, right, Galvin, right, Tracy. Tap on from Crichton to Carraz. Carraz scores! Oh!
Kiraz. He's a strong man.
Maybe about 15 years ago that could have been called a knock on, but I'd love to see this replay by Stephen Crichton. He is one of the best at tapping the ball on to his edge, man. And
doing well, George.
It's great hands. That's awesome from Crichton. But the strength from Carraz, who somehow keeps his feet in play.
Very close here. His feet right at the end here.
It's a try.
Fine. It's try.
Well, the Bulldogs have gone back-to-back in the space of 4 minutes. The Storm have lost back-to-back players in Grant and Kamakamika Kamikamica potentially out for the rest of the game.
Oh.
Grant to come back in about 8 minutes' time.
The ball at the end when he goes to put it down. Yeah, this is no try. It's no try. He's dropped the ball. He's dropped the ball here right at the end. I don't know if Pappenhausen gets it.
Oh,
he's dropped it. Ice cold. Absolutely ice cold.
Oh, he lost it beautiful.
Absolutely.
Oh,
my. I wouldn't say it's beautiful, but obviously Jazz is going for the Storm, but yeah, that was a pathetic effort there by Cameron Munster there on Kiraz. And yeah, it's just, I think the hand of Pappenhausen got like a little flick on it there and it's propped the ball free. And to make matters worse, that's now a 7-tackle set. Confirmed, Sam, confirmed from the sidelines from our man, Jakey Duke on the sidelines. It is a Category 1 for Tui Kamikamica, and the Storm will be without a man for the rest of this evening. Just if another Melbourne Storm gets Category 1, Big Nelson, Asofa Solomona from the bench will be activated. Oh, as that nearly went a bit pear-shaped, but good tackle there by man. Anyway, here goes Eli Katoa, and he gets through Tupanua, but can't get past Harry Hayes. Geez, yes, this does have a lot of paprika in it, Sam. This is really spicing up here down at Amy Park as the Doggies have started the better here in the second half as Pappenhausen throws a dummy here underneath. But in this 7-tackle set on 4th tackle here, they're over halfway. Wishart in a dummy half now with this Grant being off the field as now Munster's through the middle. Munster. Now Wishart. Pezzett kicks it high, kicks it long. It's swirling away, but beautifully taken by Tracy inside his own 10.
That's a good catch by Connor Tracy. And this is Galvin, who then passes left infield for Carraz. And Carraz gets down to the 20, gets over it by a couple of meters. Bulldogs at central. Craig Bellamy, g'day, mate. Stephen Crichton now has the hit up, gets over the 30. And we're 9 minutes into this second half. Bailey Hayward goes left. Kurt Mann, Burton steps and nearly splices them. Katoa was there to take him down. Hayward left, 3rd tackle, kick out. Oh, good hands from Connor Tracy. Right to Hayward, right to Galvin. Galvin beats 1, beats 2. Eventually brought down by Katoa. Bulldogs inside Melbourne Storm territory on the last tackle, and Burton puts in the left-footed kick, sky high, and it should be taken by no, it's hit the grass. No. Montoya's there.
Oh, he does well. He does well. Recency bias is always a problem, rugby league history. As Grant Anderson takes a lovely run there to get out of jail. Pezzett in a dummy half now gives it to Meany. Bulldogs right on top here. Great defense. Storm struggling for meters here. Bellamy might need to use some of those big forwards early as Pezzett throws an exuberant dummy, but the Bulldogs read it beautifully, and he's tackled on 4th, and they haven't even got over their own 20 yet as Liero pops a lovely offload out the back. Here it comes, Munster. Now scheming through the middle, gets past 1, gets past 2, but those players that he got past is right there as Crichton tries to do a bit of groundwork on Cameron Munster there. No 6 again, but it's last tackle, and they nearly forgot as Wishart, I think, gets it and puts it up, and that is a horrible set from the Melbourne Storm as Montoya gets it, and he gets up to halfway, Sam.
Well done, Montoya. Good catch there. Galvin at dummy half left to Sherry, and he goes against the grain, gets to the 40. Tracy at dummy half left to Burton. There was no one but Burton out there, and I don't think Burton wanted just to have a carry, just a one-out hit up. It's a knock on Burton. I shouldn't have gone out that way anyway.
The night of horror continues.
For Matt Burton.
Yes.
No, how's the hand over the top from Paprika Pezzett? Come on, man. Whoa. How's the hand in over the top? Jesus.
Poor Paprika Pezzett. What did he do to you, Julie?
Happy Paprika and Paprika Pezzett. Oh.
All right, here we go. As the music
Spikes.
is pumping, atmosphere is building as the man in the goggles, Marion Seve, gets up and short of the 40-meter line. Grant has 3 minutes and 52 minutes. And I don't think that the Bulldogs have taken advantage. Yes, they did, but then they went over, but it was ruled no try. As a beautiful shift down the right flank as Grant Anderson pins down the sideline. He chips it over the top. He's right there. He gets it. Nick Meaney. No, don't score. You've been held on to. Great defense there by Canterbury. Now Pappenhausen shifts it to Wishart. Wishart out to Peasant. Paprika Peasant. What a kick out to Xavier Coates. And it's Sam's pet peeve. It's Paprika Peasant out to the bird. No, it's not a bird. It's not a plane. It's Xavier Coates. And over he goes to extend his lead at the top of the NRL try-scoring list. Oh, for 2025, a beautiful shift here from the Melbourne Storm. Pappenhausen to Mr. Anderson, and Mr. Anderson can't do no wrong with a lovely chip over the top. Meaney gets it, but great defense by the Dogs, and they do what good sides do. They shift it immediately straight from dummy half to Wishart, then to Paprika Peasant, and then he kicks it out. Oh, it's a dot. It's an absolute dot from Peasant. It's right on the try line, and Coates, he just slides on through, just like a ride down at Wet and Wild on the Gold Coast, just sliding on through there for the 4 points with a kick to come. And, oh, God, like we've done on this channel many times, the team that has the man off the field has scored a try.
Dude, yes. Yes, man. Oh, bro, look, it's a cheat code, right? I look, if you can do it, fine. I don't like it. I saw it in the Penrith Raiders game, Dor, where Casey McLean scored off. But you know what I'm talking about. Like, you hate to see a try off like a ricochet kick or like a crossfield kick. But the Bulldogs deserve to have that try put on them. Their upper man, they got burnt. They got seasoned and cooked. They have been seasoned and cooked all friggin' night down that left edge defensively, bro. And so they had that coming on them, bro. They deserve to have that put on them as Meaney shoots in over the black dot.
Over the Paprika Peasant black dot. Oh, that is absolutely lovely from the Melbourne Storm, Sam. But goodness me, yeah, it just absolute end-to-end stuff there, Sam. Like the doggies were right on the tack, and then just a really nice backline shift, and they got torched on the outside there, and a really nice kick from Grant Anderson and a great chase there. But the Dogs did well, man, to keep Meaney out from not scoring there. And it was just the really good, classy play from the Storm there to realize that they had, oh my God, that's close to it. No, it's absolutely fine as Munster takes it. And there's big Lasati as that is a lovely run there by Lasati. Welcome to the action, Lasati. It's nice and spicy out there this evening. A lot of paprika out there on the AV Park surface as now Trent Liero moves through the middle of the park, and he's brought down just short of the 20-meter line on third tackle. Wishart in a dummy half, and Ali Katoa says, let's use Bailey Hayward as a speed bump, and over the top he goes. But luckily for the rest of the Melbourne Storm, or the Bulldogs, they was able to go down straight after that. Good run there by Munster. And then on last, Wishart long kicks it high. Nearly goes out in the full, but manages to stay in, and well taken there by Montoya, Sam.
All right, Bulldogs, they need to regroup, man, and get it together. They've only got, a minute remaining before the most dangerous hooker on the planet comes back on the paddock. Hayward goes right to Connor Tracy, who got away from Munster, but then was crunched by Lasati and Liero. Hayward left, man, forward, and then left to Burton, left to Kikau, and they enter the Storm territory. The Bulldogs are running left to right of screen. We're almost 15 minutes into the second half, and it's 18-6 as Galvin passes right to Tupanua, and Tupanua is able to back his way to about 23 meters out. It's last tackle. Their central are the Dogs, and Hayward elects to go right. He puts in the right-footed kick. Preston and Carraz, And it's taken easily in the end. Oh, but Carraz does the tough work to drive in Xavier Coates back into the in-goal area, bro.
He won't complain. He's a Queenslander, Xavier Coates. He'll just get up and, it's going to be a short restart. Didn't complain to the referee. Oh, sir, he pushed me in. Oh,
A
sir,
state
that
of
was late
origin.
contact.
Anyway, it should drive by in the month of August by Dor. All righty,
Oh, hello! Oh, Mamma Mia!
They
What
go
was
long.
that?
Whoa.
That was the
That was
It was a drop. It was a short dropout dummy.
It was a mousetrap goal line dropout, bro. As Kickout gets to the 30, Haywood passes right from dummy half to Galvin, right to Tupanua. And Tupanua, this is just a settler, but they get to the 20 line. Man, they'd love to score in this set. Tupanua plays the ball. Haywood goes right. Crichton at first receiver, right to Preston. And he's taken down. Crichton at dummy half. Goes left. Galvin. Flat for Tupanua. And he's gone inside the 10-meter zone as Grant springs back into action. Tupanua eventually plays the ball now. Haywood left. Man left. Oh, has Meany continued the nightmare, and now Burton and Kickow and Meany. Oh, spicy! Oh, a little bit of zest, bro.
Oh, DJ's mustard, goodness me. Oh, dear paprika peasant. Oh, the chili's even out there. Oh, dearie me. But that's a clear-cut knock on, and Meany gives it back to his former teammate. Actually, was he there when Burton was there? He might have left at the same time. But anyway, nice pat on the back from Meany. Thanks, Berto, for the drop ball. And he decided to peg the ball at his melon. Oh, and Melbourne have been penalised. Mr. Anderson
giving away a penalty for a tap to the head. Egad. Okay, so the Bulldogs with Harry Hayes has the hit up. Massive opportunity here for the doggies. But Harry Grant's back out there. It's 13 on 13. Burton now steps and stands, still forging forward, but he will eventually be stopped. Haywood, right to Galvin, dummies, and fools nobody. Brought down in front of the sticks. Just a little bit left of it. Third tackle. Haywood goes back left. Burton had to reach down to take it. Oh, Kickow with the nice bat to the left, and Montoya's brought down. Fourth tackle. Kickow. Right. Burton. Haywood right. Man right. Just not a lot happening in that set, mate. Not a whole lot. Haywood goes left. What can happen here on the last? Burton cut out left to Sherry, left to Montoya. Montoya offloads back to Kickow, and the Bulldogs score in the corner. 18 points to 10 with a kick to come, Dor.
It's a beautiful offload there by Marcelo Montoya. Huge inclusion to get him back. And Kickow, he's been probably one of the Dogs' best, if not the best, for them. He's been trying his ass off, and he's just too big, too strong there for Pappenhausen, and over he goes.
Well, an enormous kick. And all that comes because Grant Anderson just went bop, bop, bop onto the back of Matt Burton's melon, bro. Oh, bro. It just would have been play on. It just would have been play on 15, 20 years ago, man. Anyway, 22 minutes remain. Oh, that's Kickow's 50th try. Well done to him.
Half a ton.
They always bring it, Bulldogs. Bulldogs always bring it when they play down at Amy Park, and it's no different tonight. They haven't played their best. They have definitely played better.
Oh, bless me.
Bless you. Bless you. It's all that spice. It's all that spice in the air, Dor.
Oh, so much paprika. Oh.
We're cooking tonight, bro. All right. Yeah. And look, a testament to Burton's toughness as well. He has had a seriously tough night, but he's involved in that play there and leading the charge. And is it him? No, it's Stephen Crichton taking the shot. That's fair enough.
Jazz is asked you a question, Sam.
Oh, Jazz, I'll get to that question in just half a sec. This is a very important kick from touch. But Stephen Crichton's a pretty good kicker. So 20 meters out, only a couple of meters in.
He
He
strikes
shoots. Oh, it's going to stay way up to the right. So it's 2-score scenario for the Bulldogs. It's 18-10. Jazz asked Sam, I know it's not a Cows game, but how long do you think Sexy Eyes should be given to prove that he can get the boys playing to their potential consistently? Well, he might be out the friggin' door at the end of the year, but I'm giving him until week number 10 in 2026. If you're talking about Todd Payton, that is Jazz. If you're talking about Todd Payton, bro. All righty. So it's 18-10.
He doesn't make it. This is his last season.
That's
it, Jazz. Jazz, he's done at the end of this season. Heard it here first.
Heard it here first. All righty, we're into the final quarter.
Josh Hannay will be the coach, Jazz.
And Montoya has the hit up, and he's getting dragged back into his own 20 by...
He's getting ragdolled.
By Nick Meaney and Katoa. And I don't know what it means, man, if the Bulldogs win insofar as the Raiders won a premiership. If I think Raiders would... If the Bulldogs come back and win this, the Raiders would just need to win one more game, and that's locked up, I would imagine. I need to go back and look at the ladder before I really put my stamp of approval on it. It's Connor Tracy now gets over the 40 and gets to about halfway. It's fourth tackle, and Hayward goes left to Galvin, left to Mann, and Mann just settles things and takes the hit up and gets to the 40-metre line of the Storm. And Hayward goes right. Galvin puts in the right-footed kick. Preston's chasing. Carraz is chasing. Carraz versus Coates, and Carraz does well and takes Coates legally.
Yeah, allowed him to take it, Sam, and so he takes it inside his 10, and Goggles Seve is absolutely poleaxed there by Bailey Hayward. Great tackle. Munster now gives it to Pappenhausen. Pappenhausen's now met by a blue wall, and there's a blue wall of Canterbury defenders there, and he's tackled inside his 10 on third. Here comes Stefano. This is the man they needed to get back on the paddock, and he gets past a couple. But he can Manu. Yes, a lovely run by Utakamanu. As now Joe Chan now takes a little run, one off the scrum, and now last Seve gives it to Pezzett, and Pezzett has absolutely moosed that down the field, but is beautifully taken by Tracy just outside his 20, Sam, and he's away.
This is left to Montoya. Montoya over the 40. Oh, geez, his run came to a freaking halting stop due to Katoa. Burton from dummy half passes right to Sherry, and Sherry gets to halfway. This is second tackle. Burton goes right. This is Max King back out there. And he's able to get to the Melbourne Storm 40. They're central. Hayward, right. This is Carraz with a great offload and a carry. It goes out left to Harry Hayes after a nice pass by Hayward. That's a great carry.
Run the ball. He needs to run the ball more often. He needs to do that more. He's not doing it enough.
Absolutely. Man goes right to Galvin, flat to Preston, very flat to Preston, but he's still going forward and enters the Melbourne Storm 10. This is the last with 18 to go. Hayward goes back left to Galvin, puts in a decent grubber kick, but it's high tackle on Pappy by Galvin.
Beautifully positioned Ryan Pappenhausen, and fortunately for him and unfortunately for the Dogs, that grubber kick there from Galvin into the space has just sat up absolutely beautifully there from Pappenhausen.
The space was there. It's a good kick.
Yeah. I would have liked to have seen them, though, Sam, probably shift it. I would have liked to have seen the Bulldogs just shift it there, go through the hands. And then, you've seen Montoya's got a nice soft touch there at the end with his kicking game. Seen it a couple of times with a nice little dinking grubber as he now picks up Meaney and drives him back to the 30. Meaney plays the ball now. Grant, Pezzett, Wishart, now to Lasati, and Lasati's working through as we see Reed Marnie still on the bench riding the bike. Might as well get on the bike and start riding to North Queensland, Reed, because it doesn't look like you're going to be playing very much. As now, Ali Katoa, he gets past one, he gets past two. He says, Kickow, yeah, you're a big human, but cop this big fed. And Kickow's gone said sent backwards as now Meany offloads, gives it to Qatar, now to Peasant, Grant, now to Wishart. Wishart unders ball to Brian Papadhouse, and he goes through the gap, but great defense by Preston, brings him down. Fourth tackle, 30 meters out. Grant throws a dummy. He goes straight into the gap, and Joe Chan now has the ball. Oh, my God. It's a fifth tackle, and they're just inside the red zone. They're just inside the 20 here of the Dogs. Grant now gives it to Wishart, and here comes Sam's pet peeve out to the man, but it's a poor kick. Oh, but he does beautifully. Holy hell, that's it. Oh. Now Munster gets it. He gets past one. Can he get past two? He's trying to get past Haywood. No, he can't. Oh, but holy hell, the hot potato there from the Melbourne Storm gets a 7-tackle set as Haywood and Munster. Oh, let's go. Bring back the biff. As, oh, yeah, Munster's ready to go. Oh, yeah, let's go. Oh, come on. Yeah, hit him. Square up. Oh, come on. You can't taunt me like that. Oh, take the 2. Oh, take the 2. And that's going to be Bailey Haywood's night done there. He will be getting the hook. Yes, the captain hook right there. I'd be taking the 2. I'd be taking the 2. Yeah, well done. Take the 2. Bailey Haywood will get the captain hook, and Reid Marnie will be on the field.
Just want to look at Harry Grant here and the referee, if I can, if they're in the same shot. Harry Grant did not want to play on. The ref was happy for it to be play on. Yeah, Harry Grant was a bit smarter than the ref on that occasion, bro. Like, again, like 15, 20 years ago, Harry Grant, a hooker back then, just plays on. Just keeps it going on. If Bulldogs defenders want to be more concerned about the bit of biff and stuff in the middle there, man, then that's their loss, and that might create an overlap for the Storm. Do you get what I mean, bro?
Oh yeah, he should have. Tahi gave him a nice pat on the head. No, that was stupid from Haywood, and Grant just was slow there. Because he knew that if the ref was going to be consistent to what Melbourne got the penalty for with Grant Anderson tapping him on the head, as Tahi mentioned there, that Bailey Haywood was going to be penalised there for instigating something with Munster by not releasing him. Yeah, Jazz is all over it. He's read it to a T there, Jazz. Yeah, it's silly boy. And he'll be a silly boy sitting on the bench quite soon. Don't you worry. As now Munster takes it and gives it to Stefano. He gets past 1. He gets past 2. Oh, we can't get past 3. Oh, Stefano, geez, he has just been outstanding this back end of the season, Sam. We will touch on ladder implications and stuff like that at the conclusion of this live watch-along. As now Munster now gives a lovely unders ball to Joe Chan there. Great defense there by Preston and Galvin. Chan's going to play the ball. He says, "Oh, what for, sir? Where's the 6 again, sir?" As I think that's Wishart takes a run as I'm carrying on like a goose. As Grant gives it to Papadhouse. Oh, and Joe Chan. Oh, he nearly gone straight through. Great defense again from Jacob Preston last. And Wishart, he uses those long levers of the boots to kick it long and high. Oh, Tracy. Oh, it's wet and wild all over again. Detergent all over the Amy Park surface. But he manages to find his feet and get over the 20, Sam.
Galvin left to Karaz. Karaz gets to the 30. 13 to go. 20 points to 10. Crichton and you saw what Karaz did before as Montoya fends away from the fast-moving defense of the Melbourne Storm. Offered no space or time there. Haywood left to Burton. Burton puts the foot down and gets to the 40. This is the 4th. Haywood a dummy half. Right infield for King. Right to man. Right to Hayes. The pass is cleared from halfway. Hayes. He does have some pace. He's got some pace. He's got some strength. And Hayes might have been denied right at the end. My God.
Again. Xavier Coates. Xavier Coates has done it again. You could see him. He was tracking him. The heat seeker was on. He was on Harry Hayes. He knew exactly what he was doing. He comes straight over the top and says, "Give me that ball, baby." there it pops. And you know what? To be honest, Xavier Coates did not do anything there, really. It was just Harry Hayes' arm hitting the ball and it just popped free. But good defense by Xavier Coates. And he did not give up. Any player could have just given up there, Sam, and not chased to put some pressure and help out Pappenhausen at the back. But he gave his 10%. And as Harry Hayes says, something's F you, blah, blah, blah. You get the rest. As he might have done his shoulder pull. He did say something was cooked. I'm just trying to see if he's still on the field. Oh, there you go. The captain hook did happen. There's Reid Marnie. Oh, he got halfway to North Queensland. He's had to come back and hop on the field. As now, here we go. Yeah, Hayes is cooked. Hayes is cooked. He's off the field. I'd say probably similar to a Xavier Savage injury as what we saw earlier tonight. Looks like an AC joint, potential shoulder. Hopefully he's okay and not too long-term for a great player like Harry Hayes. He's been terrific tonight and for the Bulldogs thus far this season, as Stefano's met by multiple Bulldogs there and is brought down short of the line. That's a lovely ball from Munster, and Joe Chan's come alight here, Sam, in this last 15 minutes here. He's everywhere as Grant now, dummy half, gives it to the booming long levers of Peasant, and he kicks it high, kicks it long, but beautifully taken by Tracy around 10 metres out, mate.
To answer Emu King's question, has Harry Hayes been in that position before? I think that might be one of the best runs he's ever had in his career. But again, he was a winger about 4 years ago. Oh, there's an offload here for Galvin. Galvin getting over the 30, and he's brought down there. But yeah, he used to be a winger, but his frame's just so big. He's had to play prop, and he's a dangerous prop, bro. I hope he's all right. I hope it's not a bad injury to him. But we've got to play on here. 11 minutes to go. Third tackle. Marnie goes right to Man, and Man just straightened hard. Stopped just shy of the halfway line. Fourth tackle. Marnie, right. That's Galvin out the back to a sweeping Tracy, right to Crichton. Crichton, he flicks it back right. Went to the sideline.
It's a penalty. It's a penalty. Yeah. Joe Chan took out Galvin late. It's the right call. It's good officiating.
That's in.
It didn't really use
motion, and it looks.
Oh no! But he didn't wrap his arm. He didn't wrap his arm.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yep.
Meniscus.
A meniscus for Hayes.
Yeah, meniscus for Harry Hayes.
Alrighty, Bulldogs. They are about 24 meters out, 10 minutes to go. Now or never for the Doggies, I'd reckon. Marnie goes left to Man, out left to Galvin, back under for Kickow. You're right, Dor. Kickow's worked extremely hard tonight, man. Marnie
great.
Goes right to Galvin, out back to Burton. Put Preston into just half a gap, but good defense there from Seve. Preston plays the ball. Marnie runs to the left-hand side to Hughes. He offloads backwards to Marnie, and it just broke down a little bit there. This is fourth tackle. 10 meters out. Max King at dummy half finds Crichton. Then to Tracy. Then to Carraz. And Carraz does get the try. All off the back of a beautiful pass by Max King from dummy half. Now it is game on. 9 minutes to go. 20 points to 14 with a kick to come, Dor.
Oh, it's beautiful. Max King, what a hooker. Oh, that's lovely. But it's the Stephen Crichton getting his hands on the ball on the short side there. Lovely soft pass and really nice hands here by Connor Tracy. And Coates comes in. And Connor Tracy says hook, line, and sinker to Xavier Coates. That leaves his wing wide open and free passage as Munster gives Kiraz a shove. God help me, Munster. As yes, that is 20 to 14. Big kick here, Sam, because if they get this kick, it will be a 4-point game. So if they miss, it will be a 6-point.
Emu King just in the chat. Are the refs trying to make a game of it at this stage? No. I've seen worse, but I understand why the penalty was blown. But, man, this has been 70%, maybe 75% Bulldogs in this second half, man. So with 8 minutes
the penalty
to go,
wasn't for late contact, Sam. It was for a shoulder charge. He didn't use his arm at all.
Yep. Alrighty,
See, I
Crichton
thought the
shoots. Oh, yeah, it's come off the post.
Oh, no. It's a 6-point margin still. The Harry Grant one, I thought he tried to, but the problem was his arm got because of the contact and the players around him sort of got tucked in. So it looked awful. Like it was high contact. It was definitely a penalty and a reportable offense, but I don't think it was 10 minutes. But look, that's come and gone. I think that the refereeing tonight's been really good, man. I really do.
I agree. Well, we've got a thrill in another potential golden point game on Friday night.
It's been a great game, man. It has been a great game.
Solid. Bizarre, but solid, man. I have enjoyed it. All right, so kickoff bounces off the grass into the hands of Burton, and he has the hit up. He is going to be so sore tomorrow, Matt Burton. Holy dooly. Reed Marnie passes right to Max King, and he goes straight and hard over the 20. Obviously, Carraz and Crichton are the key here for the Bulldogs, as Sam Hughes now rumbles his way towards the 30, but he's met there by Utawika Manu, who rolls away from the tackle a bit sick and sorry. Kurt Mann on the 30 passes left to Burton, left to Kickout, left to Sherry. Sherry fends away from Meaney, and he gets to the 40-meter line. This is fourth tackle, 7 minutes to go. Marnie passes right to Casper, and Max King picks up the ball. That was not knocked on. He bobbled it to try and control it.
Did well.
Marnie left to Burton, and Burton gives it all his might, and it's going to land on the 10-meter line. Bounces.
That's a 40-20.
Even if it's not a 40-20, Grant Anderson has played at it. Bulldogs have got a set of 6 here. I don't know if that's a 40-20 or a
it's a 40-20.
Brain explosion. It's a 40-20.
It's a 40-20.
What a great kick. A 40-10. What a great kick for Burton.
Anderson knew what was going on. I don't know what Pappenhausen was doing.
All right, they've got 6.5 minutes to go. King, they're central. Marnie running left before passing left to man. He steps and he got picked up and just looked a little bit scary for a moment. Left to the sticks they are. Marnie comes back right infield for Galvin, and he just takes a settler. Reed Marnie, third tackle, right in front of the sticks. He runs to the left before passing left to man. Left to Burton. Left to Kickout, who knocks the ball on into the hands of Meaney.
Barely made him he's been so good all night, but he's made a crucial mistake there. And make the error be compounded ever is that they've, or more, should I say, not ever, compounded more by just absolutely going way too early there, the Canterbury Bulldogs. As we hear a bit of DJ Snake being played in the background at Amy Park, as it's all happening. And Harry Grant now gives it to Eli Katoa here after the penalty. VB hard earned index. We got Trent Liero, Harry Hayes, Galvin, Utakamanu, and Kickout. Yeah, they've all been very good, those players. As Liero is being driven back here by multiple Bulldogs. Go back on the mark, Trent. Thank you. As Grant now gives it to Stefano. And Stefano continues working hard, and he runs straight down the middle. Does well to stay on his feet. Nice, quick play the ball. And now Josh King enters Bulldogs territory. And he's going to be brought down around 40 meters out. As the stats come up, the Bulldogs will be ruining their handling here in the second half. 72% completion, with Melbourne being absolutely perfect here in the second half thus far. Harry Grant on the last gives it to Pezzett. And again, those long levers are used. And that is a high kick, but it's taken beautifully there by Tracy, but beautifully positioned there by Jonah Pezzett.
Appealing for a penalty was Pezzett, but play on. Montoya now has the hit up, and he stopped just shy of the 20. Yeah, Pezzett calling for a late hit by Kickout, maybe on another day, maybe. This is kind of Tracy over the 20. They got to offload. They got to fling it. They got to play Bulldogs attacking footy right now. Marnie, right to man, right to Galvin, right to Crichton. It's 3-on-2 here. Crichton is brought down about 6 meters shy of halfway. Fourth tackle. Carraz scoots to the left before passing left to Galvin. Galvin running towards the centre, dummying, getting into Melbourne Storm territory. This is last tackle, 3.5 minutes.
Man.
Marnie left in field for Burton.
Oh, here we go.
Burton puts it up. Not his best, but it's spiraling hardcore. Bounces off the grass, and it's going to be a 7-tackle set here for Melbourne.
Oh, that was swirling everywhere. Very risky from Pappenhausen to let it bounce, Sam. That could have gone anywhere. But favorably for the Storm, it has bounced and kicked hard towards the end goal and gone out. So 7-tackle set here for the Storm. They can go down and potentially kick a field goal to say night. As Cameron Munster now gives it to the Marion Seve. Good run from him here. Tackle 2, Grant in a dummy half, gives it to Munster. Munster scheming through the middle of the field. Oh, he can offload. Lovely offload to Grant. Grant gives it out to Pezzett. Pezzett scheming, gives it to Pappenhausen. Pappenhausen, can't get past Burton. Tackle 2 here, but the Storm are nearly on halfway. Pezzett now gives to Ali Katoa. Lovely little goosey there. Kempy would be proud of that one. And he keeps the legs pumping and gets brought down 40 meters out from the Dogs' try line. Plays the ball, tackle 3. Grant in a dummy half. Oh, he schemed. He nearly went through, but he's brought down. Dogs defenders there, King and Man. Liero now in a dummy half. Gives it to Stefano. Stefano gets rid of Reed Marnie quite easily there. Last tackle. Yep, here comes the field goal. Pappenhausen. And that's all I'm going to say. It was awful. It's nowhere near. He has hit this not very well at all, sliced it, and that probably would have gone through a second set of posts on the right-hand side just.
All right, well, with 2 minutes remaining, Grant is in trouble. Grant is holding his knee. No, he's going to run it off. He looked in pain for half a second there. All right, this is the first tackle now, and they've got about 100 seconds remaining sort of thing. Galvin, right, Burton, dummies, breaks free of one and gets to halfway. Burton worked seriously hard tonight. Marnie at dummy half. Left for Salmon. Salmon gets to the 40. This is the third tackle. About 94 seconds remain. Third tackle, their central. Marnie goes right to Galvin. Galvin, flat ball for Preston. He hasn't had good ball or enough good ball tonight, as Preston. Marnie, fourth, left, Galvin. Out back left to Salmon, left to Burton, left to Kickout, and he holds it and is brought down on the 10-meter line. This is the last tackle, probably their last chance. Now it's here for Burton with a left foot crossfield kick. Stephen Crichton.
Oh, he's dropped it.
I don't even... Is Crichton bumped off here by Seve? Seve's arm goes underneath him for half a second. Knocked on. You couldn't give it. Bulldogs knock on.
Yeah, no, he doesn't regrip it because it's in the line. You could argue, though, that there was some impediment there by Marion Seve, but it does look like, I don't know, I'd like to see some different angles. I would have liked them actually to have a bit more of a look into that, the Seve thing. I think it was all right, but I would have liked to have another look at it. But yeah, Storm are just going to hold on now in regards to just do nothing silly here. Just take one-off runs, hold the ball with two hands. and try not to get stripped. Meanie Grant now gives it to Liero. Liero scheming, but can't get past. Third tackle, 30 seconds to go. Liero plays the ball. Grant gives it to Munster. Munster slides over. There goes the detergent. Play the ball from Munster. He plays the ball. Now it's out to Joe Chan. He ducks under the effort from Galvin. 12 seconds to go. Grant gives it now to Pezzett. And Pezzett just wastes some time.
One last play here for the
Time
Bulldogs.
off, yeah.
Preston with ball in hand, plays it on his own 40 man. He flings it out left to Burton. Burton puts up a Hail Mary. That's better. That's much better. It's allowed to bounce, and it's fallen into the lap of the Melbourne Storm. And the Melbourne Storm survive a scare by the Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs, win 20 points to 14. And I think maybe that is the top three done and dusted. Bulldogs will probably finish third now. Bulldogs will finish third. There's still a minor premiership to be won between the Raiders and the Storm.
I wouldn't say they are finishing third. They need to win another game to finish third. There's teams that Cronulla can win every game. The Broncos can win every game. There's teams that can get above the Canterbury Bulldogs, and they have a tough run home. I think the guys in the chat were talking about it. They've got Penrith next week, the Bulldogs, and then they've got Cronulla. I think the Bulldogs will beat Cronulla, but who knows what Cronulla you're going to get. Paul, no problems, mate. Our absolute pleasure. Was a really good game. Look, didn't get the exciting finish like we got at Mudgee earlier this evening, but hey, look, that was still a really quality game of football, and I knew the Dogs were going to come back there, and they did, man. They really did. But I think they'll be ruining their completion rate there in the second half, Sam. A few too many mistakes and errors there from the Canterbury Bulldogs in that second half. I thought, man, like Burton, Galvin, look, yeah, it wasn't pretty at times, but they tried. They tried their absolute heart out, those two, Burton and Galvin. Not much was going on, but like, man, Galvin had 150 run meters, and I'm pretty sure Burton probably would have had something similar. Yeah, 127 run meters for Burton. So they both running the ball a lot, and they were trying their absolute heart out tonight to try and get, some tackle breaks or something to go their way. But Melbourne Storm ultimately too good in the end. Terrific game of football. And it looks like the top two, I can confidently say that the top two look like they're going to be sorted unless the Bulldogs win both of their next games.
Oh my God, Emu King, thank you so much. $10 donation. Thank you very much, man. I really, really appreciate that.
I forgot the Wars. Yeah, good point, Jazz. Titans, Eels, and Manly. Yep, they've got a good run too. So, yeah, there's still chance for, and there's also chance that the Dogs, all the Dogs need to do is win one of their two games, and they've secured third spot.
Hey, Dogs, Hayden, man. Yeah. Hey, man, how you doing?
Yeah.
Oh, dude. Well, yeah, good footy, man, but
let's bring up the ladder.
Okay. I don't think it'd be updated now, but we'll bring up the ladder.
We can forecast. We can be like Gary Youngbury, on the Channel 9 weather, we can forecast the ladder here.
All right.
Oh, goodness gracious me. All right, so Storm now moved to 40 points, Sam, if I'm correct?
Yes.
So 40 points for the Storm. So it's still close there for the minor premiership. See, that's the thing. Like, Melbourne need to... Who have Melbourne got next week? Have they got the Roosters?
Oh, they got the Roosters next Friday night. Well, that's a bit of a humdinger, isn't it?
Yeah, I was going to say, so that's a good game as well. And then they've got the Broncos in the last round. Who have Canberra got?
It is West Tigers next week, followed by the Dolphins.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I do believe that they will be favoured, but as you've seen in this competition, the Tigers are playing good football, and you never know what you could get from the Dolphins. If results could potentially go their way, they could get I think it's a big game tomorrow for the Dolphins. Manly versus Dolphins. No Nicarima, so Trey Fuller's back. Trey Fuller's back and Avarillo into the halves, so it will be interesting to see how the doggies go tomorrow. The Dolphins tomorrow, Sam, without Nicarima. He's been an integral part for the team, and Katoa's been a bit quiet the last few weeks, so he needs to he needs to lift. Dor, do you care to comment? Oh, look, yeah, plenty of rizzing happening at plenty of rizz. Just like the paprika, got to be always on your toes, mate. Yes, that'll be a fight and a half. Roosters versus Storm. Yes, that will be a Banu belter, or it'll be dibbalicious, that game next week in the Storm versus the Roosters. Sorry, it needed to. My stream decided to shut itself off. Rugby league history, Melbourne are a real fly in the ointment. Yeah, look, you're a bit like Sammy, not the fans of the Melbourne Storm. Back to the ladder though. Yeah, so Sharks got the 2 points. We've got the Wars taking on the Titans tomorrow, Sam. So if the Wars win that one, they'll move up into 34 points. And then go back into the top 4, which Cronulla actually sit in at the moment due to their for and against. And Broncos do have the chance as well to move up into 4th position as well if the Wars were to go down tomorrow on the Gold Coast, and the Broncos can get the job done against the Newcastle Knights on Sunday. So, look, there's still plenty of movement to be happened. It's just Roosters tomorrow. So let's just say, Sam, the Roosters win tomorrow, they'll go to 30 points, right? And then you've got the Dolphins and Manly right there. So with Dolphins and Manly there tomorrow, if Manly win that one, that's going to probably mean that I don't think that they'll make the 8. The Dolphins and Manly, I think, will, if Manly win tomorrow at home, I think they're both being on 26. If the Roosters beat Parramatta tomorrow, either of those teams going to have to be flawless. So I just think it might be a bit too much for those sides, especially with how the Roosters are playing. But in saying that, the Roosters have 2 really difficult fixtures to finish the season, Melbourne and then South. And we've seen what South have been doing the last couple of weeks. I'm sure if you scroll down a bit, you'll see a nice green arrow in the upwards direction for South Sydney. They are moving in the right direction. South Sydney, they are on a spree the last couple of weeks. So what is it, 3 in a row for South now?
Yes.
Yeah. So they're playing some really good football. And look, it's the Sydney Derby, bro. Roosters versus South. So it's going to be an absolute mouth-watering contest. They'll be off the bye. Keon's back. I assume Latrell will be back against his old team. We could even see Cam Murray come in for a celebrity appearance for one game for the 2025 season, which would be huge to see Cam Murray back after, a horrible year. And then potentially could lead into some representative football at the end of the year for Murray. But yeah, look, absolutely awesome night of football. And yeah, there's still plenty to play for, plenty of spots available. It's going to be, really, really good finish to the season.
To think that the Panthers have made so much headway to get, in 4th position a couple of weeks ago. They could finish in 7th at the end of this weekend, man, and be grasping on for a top 8 finish, man. Like, somehow, some way, all of a sudden, they're not assured finals anymore, like Panthers. Like, they will play finals, but like, it's no guarantee. And the Warriors and Sharks above them, if they win their games tomorrow, or over the course of the next couple of days, that puts on a 3-point gap between 4th and Penrith, basically. And so their top 4 chances might be done already, bro, if the Sharks and Warriors are good enough over the next 24 to 48 hours. So that's extraordinary to think about from a Panthers perspective, and how much heavy lifting.
Sam.
Just
you
the
don't
Warriors.
need to worry about Cronulla because they've already got their 2 points given to them. That's why they're in 4th. They got the bye.
Thank you. Yes, no, you're right. You're right. Thank you. Yes. Yeah, dude, but no, I'm with you. I think the top 2 is done. Where they finish is still yet to be determined. I'm with you with the Bulldogs. That 3rd place isn't theirs, and it's not concrete, but I think it will be. And who
does
knows?
Penrith versus in the last round, Sam?
St. George Illawarra.
Okay, well, after what they put up last night, that should be. I think Panthers are going to make the 8, but there's a chance they could lose to the Dogs next week, which should be an absolute belter. Panthers, Dogs, and then we've got Roosters, Melbourne. Like, that's another really good. Are they both Friday night?
No. Bulldogs, Panthers next Thursday, and Storm Roosters is the main event on Friday night.
Okay, yeah, that's not too bad though. That's a good Thursday night clash.
Bloody oath.
But yeah, I think the Tigers have basically got to win every single game, and that's the same with Manly, and hope results go their way. The Dolphins in a bit of better or are in a bit of a better situation, but I just think the 8's set. I really think like the Roosters would have to spiral out of control. The Broncos would have to spiral. Well, the teams below the Dolphins is the only one that could get above 30 points.
Even if Sea Eagles win tomorrow, man, like their season is done. Like, their for and against is what will kill them, or has killed them.
Same with the West Tigers. Really, the West Tigers. If the Roosters win tomorrow, the West Tigers, I think, can consider themselves done. Yeah. Unless they, I don't know, go bloody on an absolute point scoring spree the next couple of weeks.
But yes, that brings an end. Yeah, no, that brings an end to a really enjoyable Friday night. But yeah, thank you very much for your time again, Dor. Always a pleasure. And for those who are still keeping score and keeping track, Dor will be returning this Sunday morning for a Bronco doubleheader. It's a Newcastle versus Brisbane doubleheader kicking off at about 11:45 a.m. So Dor's back this Sunday. Just a quick question from Jazz. How many of the Wires' last 3 games do you think they'll win realistically? I fear that the Manly game in the final round of the season, because it's at 4 Pines Park, and Warriors, I don't know, man. Maybe you do rest players.
They could win all 3. Realistically,
they can win all 3, absolutely. But I just fear that because it's DCE's final ever game at 4 Pines Park as a Sea Eagle, I don't know about the Warriors' mindset and how much they'd want to put into that game when they know that they've got a home final potentially locked up the week after, and maybe they do rest players or thereabouts, or maybe you do go hell for leather with a top 4 spot on the line. But still, there's another week or there's another 10 days to go before we start talking about round 27. What's happening tomorrow? So we do have Manly versus Dolphins. That's an elimination final or a mini elimination final. Titans versus Warriors. Yeah, it's a huge game for the Wires. And then Roosters, I do think that the Roosters will touch up the Parramatta Eels and pretty much end the chances of the Tigers and the Sea Eagles.
Basically outside of the Dolphins. If the Dolphins lose tomorrow, absolutely.
It's critical for the Dolphins that they win tomorrow. Absolutely critical. And they are favourites at the moment, actually, which is surprising. All right, then. We're going to get out of here. I've got to be up at 4:30 in the morning, and I will talk to you guys in the next episode. Thank you, everybody, for the donations. Thank you, everybody, for the likes and the comments. Tahi, Bro, Jazz, Emu King, Steelers Nation Australia, everybody. Thank you very much for the continued support. And Dor and I, we will see you this Sunday for the Newcastle versus Brisbane NRL and NRLW doubleheader. Have a good weekend, everybody.
Catch you guys. Hopefully I can break my